Hello, everyone, and welcome to our once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer, as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. And I am super excited to have, for the first time, a wonderful guest on. Her name is Shari. Her channel is Voices from the Swamp, and she is an incredible psychic and reader. All of her descriptions are in the actually all of her all of her information is in the description, so make sure to click, join, subscribe, follow her.
Please.
Yes, she's got an amazing number of shorts coming out. They're called Mindful Messages. They're super healing and beautiful. So, I mean, that alone is incredible. And then
Yeah.
she's on a wonderful lineup of shows. She's got the Golden Girls Coffee Clat.
Yes.
She's got the
Yeah.
Mystic Force. She's got so many shows that she's a part of. So definitely excited to have her on. And without ado, the wonderful Shari from Voices from the Swamp. Yay!
Hi, everybody. I don't know what you want me to say.
Tell the audience about you.
I'm old and wrinkled and gray, but let's see. I don't want to say any negative things. Those are just the positive points.
Yeah.
Be honest, I didn't think I'd last this long. So, I figure I'm doing good. I'm still here. But I was born with this.
Mhm.
I've had it all in my life. As a child, I remember hearing a deep male voice, think Darth Vader sounding voice, that deep bass
Mhm.
that would talk to me. And people would walk by and say, "Who are you talking to?" And I'd say, "God." It'd say, "Oh, okay." And that was it, not another word. When I was 9, was the first time I ever verbally expressed the fact that we had gone to visit friends 3 states away. We arrived in the middle of the night, and when we walked in the front door of their house, the first words out of my mouth was, "Oh, I've been here before." And everyone's like, "No, we've never been here before." And I'm like, "Yeah, I have." And my mother says, "Well, why do you think that?" I said, "Well, this room is here and this room is there, and this is so and so's room, and she just painted the walls blue in there." And it was like I described the whole house.
Mhm.
And my mom just looked at me and went, "Oh, you have the gift."
Yep.
And that was it. That's all she said, not another word. I didn't know what it meant. I was just like, "Oh, okay." And when I got a little older, people would kind of look at me funny if I said certain things or did certain things. So I stuffed it in the closet and pretended like it didn't exist. And uh, it finally got to the point where about 10 years ago or so, maybe a little 15 years ago, um, it wouldn't stay in the closet anymore.
Mm.
Spirit started pushing, saying, "Hello, you didn't get rid of us. We're still here." And so I very slowly started creaking that door back open. And when COVID hit, that's when I just lost my mom. I was, at least I didn't lose my job. I was still working, but working from home. And so I was, locked up in the house, couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything, very depressed. And I stumbled on this community, and it was my salvation in a lot of respects. Um, I couldn't believe what I was finding with just all the love and acceptance from everybody. And when I dipped my toe in and finally started chatting and everything, and several of the more experienced psychics would come back at me and say, "You're psychic, right? You're a reader, right? You need to get some cards." And I'm like, "I don't know anything about tarot cards." They're like, and one cartomancy mesquite, Angela, she sent me a message. She said, "Send me your address." I said, "Okay." So I gave her my address. She sent me 2 decks of cards. She said, "Start with those and just play with them at home. When you watch a show, read along with the readers, see what you get." And the minute I tip that door open, here it comes. And it's just been a full on marching band ever since. And I I guess in the past year, I've started, the mediumship has started coming in, although it's still very hit and miss. I don't have control of it yet. It's either I'm getting hit full on or it's crickets, one of the two. I can't seem to control the flow. And then in the last month, I've started getting visions, which freaked me out because I don't know what to do with them. My mother was the one that got visions. It was like, okay, that was her gift, not mine. So I guess she decided that it's your turn now. So um, as long as I don't get them the way she did, she saw people dying. She would get visions of somebody's death. Like she would see the person, and if they were due to die soon, she would have a vision of them, and it freaked her out really bad. I only heard her talk about it once, and that was with her sister. And I don't think she realized that I could hear what they were talking about. And because she never really discussed it around me. And so I always knew that she was gifted in that way, but she just didn't discuss it. So I didn't discuss it. And, we just kind of let it roll like that. And
Yeah, that's a hard topic for astrologers too. It's like my guru said, don't bring up death unless it's like you have a client that comes to you and says, look, my mother's not doing well. Should we make preparations? And then I can look to see if there's an eclipse going over the moon in her chart or something like that. And then we do it.
right.
But yeah, that's a difficult gift to have, to be able to look at someone's energy and decipher that and discern that.
Yeah.
That's a
And
lot to carry around.
that hasn't happened yet. I hope it doesn't. But if it does, then I'll just deal with it like everything else, one step at a time. That's the only way you can do it. And I but other than that, I've really enjoyed not just learning how to do all of this. And it took a while for me to relax enough to just kind of go with the flow of the cards and not worry, what does the book say? Although I still refer back to it at times. But I guess about 6-7 months into it, I saw my first oracle deck, and it just something went ding, ding, ding. That's it. And I actually won an oracle deck from Allie from Heart and Soul Connected. She was having a giveaway, and just so happened she pulled my name, or her husband pulled my name from a bowl, and I won an oracle deck. And the minute I got them, it was like that felt right.
That's the
The tarot
universe giving you a
cards felt
sign.
good, but the oracle deck was like coming home. It was like, this is right. This is what I'm supposed to use. And then I got some pendulums and kind of started playing with those, although I forgot to bring one over here. I'll have to jump up and go grab one. And I got some dowsing rods, but I can't figure out how to make them work. They just go all over the place. And
well, you're in Louisiana, right? So there's water everywhere.
Water everywhere.
Yeah.
Open the door right now, you'll get flooded.
Exactly. So dowsing rods are probably just picking up on everything.
The maintenance crew was out in front of our building today, redigging the trench where the drainage pipe ran.
Well, there you go.
Because something was blocked up on it, and it was flooding down at the other end of the building. And so they were having to open it up so the water would flow through, because it's been nonstop raining since yesterday. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna all be in our boats in another day if it doesn't stop.
Oh yeah,
I mean, we're at sea level.
Yes.
Or below, depending on where you are in the state. I'm technically 30 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. If I could go in a straight line, be about 30 miles.
And you're waist deep as soon as you step into that Gulf.
Yeah. And you dig 6 inches out here, you hit water. I mean, it just starts seeping through.
That's why all the graves are above ground.
That's right, because the coffins won't stay down in the ground. They pop up. Get good hard rain and got bodies floating everywhere.
Yeah, that
So,
happened after Katrina with our family too. So that
yeah,
was
yeah,
interesting.
especially Mississippi. That happened
Yeah,
bad.
that's where my mother was born. So
My
yeah.
husband was from Pascagoula, so,
Okay.
um, and, yeah, because I know I checked with one of my sister-in-laws. I was living in Phoenix at the time, and when we saw all the coffins and everything in Mississippi on the beach, I
Mhm.
went, "Oh my god,"
Yeah.
'cause his parents were buried in a graveyard not far from the beach.
Mm.
So, I had to got in touch with one of my sister-in-laws and said, you know, did y'all's parents, are they still where they belong? And she said, yeah, they're good. They
That
stayed put. I'm like, okay.
that would have been an interesting experience if your mediumship abilities were like at top. Like you just would have shown up and been like, okay, Audrey's over there, Fred is over there. Okay, oh, this one, okay, he's over here.
I never even thought about that. I guess
Okay,
I
is
could
your
build myself out.
okay, which one is the last name? Yeah, come over here. So,
You go there.
yeah,
This
there you
one goes
go. There
there.
you go. I want to say hi to some of these wonderful people in our
I know we got a
audience.
whole room full of people.
I know. Look at all these wonderful people joining us. Joyful Journey. Welcome, welcome. And Heather is here. Good to see you, Heather.
Jackie,
Nice and early. Bora Bora. And Bora Bora is posting all of our links. She ate
Barbara, she's so
that.
sweet.
And of
She's a
course, one
great
of the
mod.
many Jackies.
And
Yes,
Jackie,
Jackie's here. Erin, thank you for the super sticker. You're first in line for questions.
ooh,
And let's see. We got some more people
Steve
coming
Watts is
in.
here.
Oh, Warrior Girl.
And yeah,
We
and
got Cheryl. Oh, I love this. Michelle My Belle. That's the song I was named after. The Beatles
oh, how
song.
cool. I was named
Yeah.
after Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop.
No way.
The lady
That's
with
awesome.
the
Yeah.
lamb
And then
chop
we
lips.
got Charlie Horse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the spelling of my name came from. Because
Oh,
she
okay.
spelled her name Shari. And my mom just thought that was so unique
That
because
is unique.
she didn't know anybody that spelled it that way. So that's who I got named after was Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop.
That's so cool. I love that.
And
Moria, good to see you. Speaking of adorable cats, I love your kitty picture there. That's so cute. Silent Victory
oh
is
my
here.
goodness.
Welcome, Silent
Hi,
Victory. Cheryl saying hi to everyone. I love chatting with
hi,
Cheryl. She's
Cheryl.
great.
Yeah. J
Rishi
Cat
is
Lady's
here.
here. Yeah.
Got your question, Rishi. Let's see. Oh, everyone's saying hi. Best chatters are bringing it. Oh, Lalima, good to see you, Lalima. I did get your tip. I believe that you are after, let me look. Yes, you're after Aaron. And just to let everybody know, if you tip, both of us answer your question. If you don't, you go straight into lightning round, okay? And that means that one of us will answer your question and just do one card. Otherwise, we're going to be here for hours.
Well, I took out my Angel Tarot and my Light Seers Tarot, 2 oracles, and my angel cards. I figured, okay, I'm set.
Awesome. We are set.
I got a little bit
Janine.
of everything. So
Janine is here. We got your question in the queue. Warrior Girl saying hi. Jessica's here. Good to see you, Jessica Lynn. I love that mandala that you have on your photo. And let's see, anybody? Oh, Angela Rose is here. Good to see you, Angela Rose, all the way from Facebook. Welcome, welcome. And just to let everybody know, we are simulcasting. So if you can't see all the comments
my
from
other
multiple
computer's
channels.
over there, and I was like making sure everything was up and running. So
Awesome. Rossi is here. Yeah, I see people coming in from your channel. So it's looking pretty good. So
yeah, let's.
and then Steve
Yeah,
Watts.
quite a
Hi,
bit over
Steve.
there.
He's coming in
Hi,
from your
Heather.
channel.
Heather's here.
JR's
She's
here.
got her new name, her new channel name.
I saw that. It's a great name, Heather.
Yeah.
Diamond Jones. Love that name. And then BJ is here. Good to see you, BJR. Love the kitty. Oh, cat lady. Good to see you, cat Cat lady.
Lisa is here.
Oh, and Linda. Linda's here. I'm just going in order. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm starting at the bottom and working up. So
JR is here.
I'm seeing them.
Oh, and Cheryl says, I bought land shop toys for my dogs when they were on his plane. There you go. That's awesome. Donna is
Funny how
here.
the world turns.
It really is. Lisa, good to see you.
World.
Saying some love there. We appreciate that, Lisa. Beth, love you, Beth. Oh, one of the best chatters. She comes up with some of the greatest information for us all in the chat while we're in there. Oh, and then here comes Heather popping into Sherry's chat to say hi, y'all. That's awesome. Soul Alchemy. Love that.
Yeah, I
Heather,
like
that's
her
cool.
new name she came up with.
Ooh, and Donna's watching from Florida. Very cool, Donna. Welcome, welcome.
What part
You're
of Florida?
Yeah.
What part? North Florida, South Florida?
Yeah, I'm all the way on the other side of the country in Washington, so Western Washington. So we're about as far as you can
You're in
get, Donna,
Washington
but
State.
I can still read for you.
You're in
So,
Washington State, right?
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
okay.
Seattle
And
area.
I'm in the middle. I'm in Louisiana. I'm down at the bottom of the boot. So
Yep.
I'm right about where the instep is.
Oh, okay. That's a good way of putting it. I like that. That's
Yeah.
great.
Is I've
Yeah,
got
my
Baton Rouge on one side and Lake Charles on the other.
I know the area well, and I know a little bit about Florida because my parents met in Pensacola and lived there for a while
I
too.
lived in
But
Fort Walton Beach from 1969 to 1975.
there you go.
And when Florida was more blue. And
Oh wow, I didn't know
at
Steve
the
was from.
time had one of the best public educational systems in the country.
Really?
Yes, because they follow the Montessori method.
Oh, that'll do it.
And then the yin yangs got in charge and kind of turned that down. So I don't go to Florida anymore, but I miss the beach.
Yeah, it is a beautiful place. The last time I was there was
It is.
2005, so it's been a while.
It's been a long time since I've been back to Florida.
Yeah.
Probably 97 or 98 since the
Okay.
last time I went back to Florida.
So almost
And I
a
just
Saturn
sat and
return.
cried because it was like, it's a mini Miami, man. They've nothing but condos up and down the beach.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, when we moved there, Fort Walton Beach was just a little bitty Air Force town, just on the other side of Pensacola before Panama City. There was nothing but wide open beach as far as the eye could see, you know. You'd have to park on the side of the highway and walk forever over the sand dunes to get to the water. And I can remember us tugging coolers with drinks and stuff in them. Because my mom was like, well, once we're going, we're not going back. Was that your phone or my phone? Mine. That was your phone. That was my brother.
Okay. So we should probably get to people's questions. We're about 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Are you okay with me just giving you guys like a couple of Vedic transits? Are you guys all right with that?
Go
just
for
let
it.
me know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't understand really. I mean, I understand the difference, I think, between Vedic and Western. But most of it is over my head. It's
well, I try to offer a pretty good explanation of like what the energies are bringing us. And so I always appreciate all of your all's comments after my videos and how I can improve my content. I'm always open for that. So please comment and let me know if I'm a little too much sometimes. I'm working on that. Okay. So the main thing that we're having on the 25th is we have a full moon, and it's going to happen at 11 degrees and 3 of sidereal Cancer. Now, I did a video of the difference between sidereal and tropical astrology. You can go ahead and look at that if you want to see how I calculate this. Thank you.
That's what helped me understand the difference.
Oh, good. There's a lot of differences. That's just but it kind of gives you an idea of the difference in calculation.
Right. Yeah.
Now, in addition, Vedic, they go through the nakshatra system, which allows them to get the exact constellation or nakshatra at the time of birth. So this,
and that's based off of Hindu and India.
It is, yes.
Culture. Okay.
It is. And Pushya is, it falls in Cancer, and this one falls in the Libra Navamsha. What that means is it's the dharmic chart, the destiny chart. So, because there's multiple charts in Vedic, like a whole bunch. So basically what this moon is going to give us is a lot of nurturing. You can see by the cow here and the endless milk. It's a very balance seeking moon because it's got the Libra energy with it. Individually, you can bask in this lunar glow by just nurturing your emotional well-being, fostering harmonious relationships. It's an ideal time to reconcile with loved ones if that's safe and appropriate. And collectively, you can focus on creating spaces of emotional abundance and balance, promoting a world where compassion reigns. And for Vedic remedies, just meditate on your emotional needs, enhance the ambiance of your home because Cancer is all about the home. And you can chant Chandra's mantras. You can also let the nurturing energy of this full moon enrich your bonds and your inner sanctuary. So if you're thinking about doing little things to your house, I know that Shari had a couple of videos where she put her screens up and made her space really beautiful. This is a great time to do that. And I'll leave you all with a mantra if you're open to that. And it's Om Shram Shrim Shram Sa Chandra Masaya Namaha. And you can do that 108 times via a mala, which is a string of beads, or just 3 times, depending on what you would like to do. And then the next, I'll just do a couple of energies because I want to get to all of your questions. A lot of you are coming in. We have a war coming up, so I really want to address this. Mercury and Mars are going to war, and it's going to occur in sidereal Sagittarius. Okay, that falls in Purva Ashada Nakshatra, and so this ignites a really potentially combative and intense energy. It can lead to conflicts between your intellect and action. The height of this is on the 27th, so that's the day to be aware of this. Individually, you can utilize this really potent planetary energy for assertive communication, pursuing knowledge, tackling challenges with determination. However, you do need to practice caution and avoid unnecessary clashes because of the war. So collectively, you can redirect the energy. It's very dynamic toward constructive dialogues and purposeful actions that align with your belief systems and your highest ideals. For Vedic remedies, you can chant Mercury's mantra or you can chant Mars's mantra, and you can focus on improving your communication and just overall physical activity, knowledge seeking, things like that. And I'll go ahead and give you those 2 mantras as well. This is Mercury's mantra, Om Budaya Namaha, and Mars's mantra, Om Kujaya Namaha. And those are the 2 planetary energies that you can work with as we're going through that energy. And then Jupiter is going to go forward in sidereal energy. He's going to be aspecting Venus on the 29th. And that's a whole thing. I'll get into that a little bit later so we can get to your comments. But yeah, a lot of really interesting energy coming up for the next couple of weeks. But I wanted to get the moon and the planetary war first. So that was the big thing. Oh, thank you, Steve. That's really sweet. And Susan, it's okay. You're not late. We're here. All right, Erin, I got your question, general reading for your spirit guides. And yes, we are taking questions, Aisha. Okay. All right. And you are correct, Beth. Thank you. All right. So, okay, getting a lot of comments here. I'm going to go ahead and get to your questions. And let's get to the super sticker first. Let's see here. Comments. And Jonathan, starring your comments, we have 13 so far, just to let everybody know. All right, so there's your super sticker, a general reading from my spirit guides. Okay, Erin. Need some time to pull some cards for you. General reading from spirit guides. Okay, Erin. So I've got a few things for you. The main energy I got from my karma cards to figure out what you need to focus on for just in general from your guides was I got Sagittarius. So the warm coming up on the 27th might affect you a little more than the average bear. Okay, so just be aware of that. And then I got the 3rd house, which rules communications, and the 10th house, which rules your career. So the way you communicate regarding your career, they are helping you with that. They're helping you become more focused and connected to your higher self and your highest ideals. Because what Sagittarian energy does is it takes all of that fiery, passionate energy and it brings it down to a laser point and helps us focus on one goal or practice at a time. Gemini's all over the place. It's the opposite of Sagittarius. So you're being asked to really, really focus your energy into one particular energy to really narrow in on a goal. So I asked, okay, what does Aaron need to do to help narrow in on this potential goal that I'm seeing? And I got analyze from the creativity oracle. Okay, the bird stood out to me in this card too. So if you're getting any birds coming to you with messages from spirit, do pay attention to those. Your time is well spent analyzing, but only where you become too attached to a particular outcome. So this tells me that you might be stuck regarding the way that you analyze how to move forward with the business and how to communicate your objectives in a very clear, concise, and pinpointed, like direct arrow Sagittarian way. My husband has 3 planets in Sagittarius, and he has a way of just saying something and just everybody gets it right away. Just really short sentence. It's very concise. It's very Hemingway. So they're asking you to be more concise and targeted and focused regarding your communications when it comes to your work. Okay. So I asked my tarot, Angel Tarot, a few things that could help you. This is the block that I'm seeing. I'm seeing 7 of water. You're doing a lot of different projects right now. The 7 of water is the same as the 7 of cups. It's a lot of different things are up in the air. You're looking at all of your options. But what spirit and your guides are trying to show you is to choose just one. If you look at this in the traditional tarot, there's a victory wreath over one of the cups. That's what they're trying to lead you to. The other ones, they can result in death. They can result in, that means change. They can result in illusions, riches. Yeah, they're trying to help you align your spirit with your job and how you communicate with your clients, okay? Because there's a lot of confusion, a lot of fogging in this area. I asked what was causing this block, and I got that it was something from your childhood. I got 6 of water. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, or romanticizing the past. There might have been a certain way that you were taught to run your business or do things. You're being asked to innovate. Okay, look at things a little bit differently. If you were taught something as a child, you're being asked to take it to the next level, is what they're showing me. And that's going to help you with your communications and your business overall moving forward. Then I went to my Art of Affirmations Oracle just to kind of give you some guidance for the week. And I got some really interesting cards for you. The first one I got is Persevere. You see the hand that's coming out of the water? That is someone who is struggling to keep going. Okay. And what your guys are saying is, I keep going no matter what. Persevere through this. Okay. Perseverance is the secret of all successful people. Without it, ambition, talent, and even genius and luck are not enough to get you where you want to go. Any healing modality requires patience and perseverance. So the same patience and perseverance that you show other people in spades, they're showing me, you need to show that to yourself. Okay. So that's a little bit going forward, right? And don't be afraid to ask for help, because that hand coming out of the water is there for a reason. All right. I am intuitive. You're getting messages from your guides. Okay. And I know that you do have a connection with spirit. Whether you call it a gut feeling or flying by the seat of your pants or having spirit guides whisper to you, there's no denying that your intuition should be part of every decision. I breathe in the guidance I need and I feel intuitive. I breathe out skepticism. If you get that gut feeling when you're out in the field, go with it. It's correct. Listen to that little voice because it's trying to help you. Your guides are very strong. Like I said, I got really strong Buddhist Zen vibes from you from past lives too. And I know that Betsy picked up on that in her reading as well. So I hope that was helpful. I know that Shari has more for you. And thank you so much for joining us, Aaron.
I was beginning to wonder if you were reading my cards.
That's what happens.
we're aligning here. I started out with my angel tarot, I got the Page of Fire. And so this is talking about being creative, confident. There's a new endeavor that's coming up for you. And so it's time for you to put on your thinking cap and be prepared as to how best to tackle the new items coming in and then going forward from there. And then with the Mystic Shaman Oracle, I pulled for you flow. Let's see if you can see that a little bit better. And what that one talks about is this is a sign that your intentions are in motion. It's let nature run its course. A lot of your movements are going to feel effortless, like you're just going with the flow. That's the whole point. Just like you're in the river, just go with that flow of where that water is taking you. Don't worry about resisting, because that's not what's on your plate right now. Right now, it's flowing with the water. It's flowing with what's coming. And it's allowing you to wash away the old that's no longer serving you so that you can accept the new that is just over the horizon. That was from the Mystical Shaman. And then from the Divine Masters Oracle deck, I pulled Saint Germain. And this is the Violet Flame. It speaks about the alchemy, releasing the old, making way for the new. Part of what it talks about with this message is the violet flame is the transformation within you, so that everything that's been kind of weighing you down, making you feel like you're stuck, like you're just not getting anywhere, this is going to help clear that out. But in the process, you have to be willing to let go of it in order to bring the new in. It works hand in glove together. You can't get the new in until you make room for it. Because where is it going to go? It's got nowhere to go. So that's basically what I was getting. A lot of what Michelle was saying. I was like, oh, she's looking at my cards too. But it's all about letting go of the old, letting go of the heaviness, the despair, the disparagement that you've been feeling, and know that what it is you've been working on is starting to click, and the wheel is turning. But you have to be willing to roll with it, or it's not going to give it what you need. It's not going to give you what you need. And then to end up, I pulled an angel card for you, and it's the number 14. And it says, I am practical. And it talks about you're open-minded and always up to try something new. Yet another indication it's time for newness. Yet you're wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. That's also important. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. So it's good to be practical. It's good to be open and to think it through before you don't want to jump from the frying pan into the fire, as we say down here, because that doesn't do you any good at all. But just, whatever it is that you've been working on, that you've been trying to manifest, it's starting to happen. It's starting to fall into place. But in order for that new stuff to come in, you're going to have to release the old. And we've got full moon. What is it, tomorrow night? Full moon is tomorrow. That's the best time to release the old and let go of it. And get yourself prepared for the new stuff coming in. Go out, do a couple of simple rituals out in the moonlight. Something as simple as writing down on a piece of paper what it is you want to get rid of and let it burn. It's gone. No more. Put it on a bay leaf. I know several people get the big bay leaves and they'll write on it, and then they'll burn it. It's ash. It's gone. It's no more. Just really simple little things like that. But mostly it's here, and it's here. You have to be willing to let go of the old stuff and make room for the new stuff. And your heart will tell you when it's the right move to make. You have to learn to listen to it. Tune in to what spirit is saying to you and to listen to it. The wolf moon, that's right. So that's funny because I just watched a video of some nature photographer who was out in nature just taking pictures, and a wolf pack came up on him. And he was like, oh God, what do I do? And he and his partner were just like set up in the snow, sitting down or laying down with their cameras, and this wolf pack shows up, and they started recording it. The wolves were like super chill. They just wanted to come up and get petted and sniff everything and checking out the cameras, sticking their noses up into the lens. And I was like, now how cool is that? I mean, and that's what he was talking about. He didn't know if they were going to try to attack them or what. They didn't want to move quick and freak him out. So they just kind of just stayed put and got real still. He said it was the last thing he expected was this whole wolf pack. And there was like 7 or 8 of them that surrounded them and then just wanted to play. It was like, that doesn't happen very often, so.
Well, we do something in Vedic astrology called a chart of the hour, called a prajna chart. And before giving it, they ask the reader, what did you see today that could add to the reading? What omens, what signs? So look up wolves.
Yeah.
How does the wolf navigate the terrain? One, they can be alone, but they're usually in a pack. They work together. So just think more like a wolf. And with the Sagittarian full wolf moon tomorrow, and that's in the Vedic calculation, which is real sky, that might be something to kind of look into, is the spirit of the wolf.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron. So looking to see how, because that's interesting that you had that exact experience today, and that Aaron was with us.
An hour ago, I was
there you go.
Just letting the YouTube run, and all of a sudden it was on this wolf thing, and it got my attention, and I stopped to watch. It was like, that's so cool.
And so Beth is telling us, she's one of my favorite best chatters because she's so full of information. Wolves don't attack people. There are only like 7 recorded wolf attacks on people, and they're part of a community or family. So there you go. So maybe joining others to kind of help you with that.
The only time I've ever heard of wolf attacks is if they feel threatened. If you do something that makes them feel threatened.
So if you feel threatened, you know how to act.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you're welcome, Aaron. Thank you so much. We appreciate you too. All right, come back. Let us know how you're doing.
Absolutely.
All right. Aaron's actually from Washington State too. So he's the east side.
All right. I'm going to mute again so I can shuffle.
Okay. Sounds good. I will go ahead and get to our next question. Just to let everybody know, we have Lalima, and then Janine Barnes, and then Susan, and then Ness, and then Rachel, and then Joyful Journey. And if we have time for lightning round, we will. But those are our tippers, and they go first. Okay. They're going to get some extra time. All right. So I will go ahead and get to Lalima's question next. Been stuck and confused between my decision of moving out versus starting something in India for my career, which is hampering progression in both. Any advice or message from guides for clarity? You got it, Lalima. Okay. So I pulled a few cards before I read your question to kind of figure out what was going on. And I got Gemini and Taurus. This is your 2nd house and your 3rd house. The 2nd house rules your material, how do I say this? Support. It's ruled by Taurus. It's Venusian. And Gemini is the natural ruler of Mercury. And Mercury is the natural ruler of Gemini, excuse me. And it's all about communication, how you verbalize yourself. It's all about your throat chakra. So you need to start using your throat chakra to voice what you really want and what you would like to manifest, because I got that you're getting a few shakeups in this area because Uranus came up after this. Okay. Uranus is the planet of innovation. It's representative of Aquarius, and he is very, he flips our world upside down to force us to see things in a different light. It's kind of like the Hanged Man. Okay. So your indecision is being caused by transformation. You're not ready to fully make a decision yet. is what I got. And the reason I got that is because you're coming from a place of fear and anxiety, and you should not be making any decisions when you're coming from that place. Okay. The reason I say that is because the rest of my cards point to it. This is the block that I see. I got the Knight of Water reversed, and I also got the Nine of Fire reversed. Okay. I'll show you what they look like upright. Knight of Water. This is my card for my husband. He's a very emotionally intuitive, balanced. His emotions are more balanced than most men, and he's just very intuitive and kind. I got this upside down. You're still attracting men that are emotionally insensitive. Okay. The second one I got, this is defending your boundaries. I got 9 of Fire. Don't give up. Protect what you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. This came upside down. That's what told me you're coming from maybe a place of low self-confidence, maybe some fear, some anxiety, because you're putting a lot of effort into this change. And then there's this energy here. Okay. So that is the block that I saw. This is the way through it. Okay. Go out with your friends, have a little celebration. Okay. Girlfriends, especially, attend a wedding, a graduation, a birth, announcement. Just go out and have some fun. Don't try to make a decision right now. Let loose, let your hair down. Okay. Get out. That's the first thing that can help you kind of like break up this stagnation and this anxiety that I'm feeling. And the second one I got is the Star. And it's happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. Focus on the right path. So focus long-term. The decision that you make now should fit in with that long-term goal. And you should not be allowing other people to make this decision for you, because you're brilliant, you're beautiful, you're sweet, and you've got a lot of stuff to bring to the collective. And your clients really, really love you. Those kids are just going to just adore you. Okay. So the Star is one of my favorite cards. It's also representative of Aquarius. You can see the water bearer here, and I got that Uranus energy. You're going through upheavals because your guides are forcing you to be more independent. Okay, that independent woman. All right. You're going to be going through a period of transformation. This is the Pegasus card. Okay, it represents of the Pegasus constellation. Allow the energy of fear to be transformed by love, creativity, and compassion. Okay, the number on this card is 44. That might be an angel number that you can look into. That stood out to me. Then I got 3 Art of Affirmation cards for you to help you through the week. So your guides are definitely giving you some love. Okay, Lalima. The first one is Embrace. And I love the rainbow in this card. I am open to different ways of being. Like a rainbow includes all the colors of the spectrum, we must each be tolerant and inclusive of our human family and strive to live in harmony. We can each learn something important from each other. That's why I think I got that celebration card. I think going out with friends and family and just like not thinking about it and being you is going to help you kind of be open to a different way of thinking about your situation. Then I did get a really interesting thing that they want you to focus on this week is pay attention to what you're putting into your body, because that could be causing some of the anxiety as well, especially hot, spicy foods. Healthful foods are delicious. Unhealthful foods and additives deaden our taste buds. So you may have to get used to what you should have been eating all along. Eat well and your body will work to heal itself. What I got is there's something that's irritating, and for entertainment purposes only, it's irritating your system, and it's causing some of the anxiety. Okay. Like there are certain foods that I eat that I call trigger foods. So maybe keeping a little journal on the side, and just, if you feel bloated or anxious or just not feeling very good, write down what you just ate and try to identify that trigger food. Like for instance, I found out I was allergic to chickpeas that way. I was addicted to hummus and I had all these health problems, and I started a journal and, oh, it's chickpeas. So that's something that you can look into to kind of help you move forward. And then this is the main one. I got the same one for Aaron that I got for you. And this is 3 decks. And this one came up for you too. You see the hand coming out of the water, reaching out for help, perseverance. You're going to have to persevere through this, Lalima. I keep going no matter what. Perseverance is the secret of all successful people. And you're set up to be very successful in this birth. Without it, ambition, talent, and even genius and luck are not enough to get you where you want to go. Any healing modality requires patience and perseverance. You're an MD. So your job is going to require a lot of patience, a lot of perseverance, a lot of long hours, and a lot of time and energy. So focus on what you would like to see I'm talking long-term future look like. Don't think short-term, think long. Okay, because I got that Star card. and be open to just different ways of thinking and being, and you'll find the answer. But the reason you're blocked is because you're kind of stuck in the past. You need to set some boundaries from some of those energies, and avoid taking advice from that reversed Knight of Cups energy, because that's not good advice. That's someone who's emotionally set to drain you. And you do attract those personalities because you're such a bright light. Okay, Lalima, I hope that was helpful. I'm sending you tons of love. I know that Shari has more for you. Let me see if you've said anything here. Yes, I do feel like I'm missing out when I choose one. It's okay. All right. Well, yes, thinking long term is the most important thing for you to do. Oh, and okay. Well, there you go. So that's what came to my mind when I did that. So next time you have hummus or chickpeas, just go ahead and pay attention to what your stomach does, or just in general, because spices and things can do that too. Okay. So I'm excited to see what Shari has for you, and I'm
It
sending you
could
tons of
be
love,
the
Lalima.
way that they made that hummus and what they put in it that you
Yeah.
could be having a reaction to. So,
Mhm.
if it's the same brand that you ate before, then you might want to try maybe a different one and see if you have the same reaction. And Morg, I don't know if I got the email or not. I'll double check after the show tonight, and I'll buzz you and let you know. I saw that she left me a message there on the thing. Okay, Lalima, I pulled for you the 6 of air. And so it's talking about things looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Are you planning on going anywhere? Now might be the time to start working out plans for that. Because then I pull the wheel. And thereupon it's talking about the world is your oyster. Go for it, But this particular one, the wheel is talking about everything's lining up for you. Everything's rolling right along. And then with the Divine Masters Oracle, I pulled Lakshmi and Ganesh, who are prosperity vibration. They go together. And it says you're attracting health, wealth, and happiness. So I guess I shouldn't cover up my face, huh? I'm trying to get used to the new camera arrangement. I'm still moving like I'm on the old one. It's basically, this is talking about health, happiness, joy, success, good company, um, good opportunities surrounding you. You've got some really positive things heading your way. And so you want to make sure that you enjoy the fruits of your labor, but you have to do the work. You have to put in the time in order for you to experience all that's coming for you. Um, it's talking about spending, take a little extra time now, being grateful and thankful for what's coming. It's not here yet, but it will be soon. But if you're thankful for it now, like it's already happened, that can help speed up the process, because then the universe is like, oh, well, they've already accepted it. So this is good. Let's do it. So that's something that's a concept that I had a hard time with way back in the beginning. It was like, how can I be thankful for something that hasn't happened yet? I don't know if it's going to happen. Well, it's a mindset. You have to train your brain to think, yeah, this is going to work for me. So and then I pulled from the mystical shaman, I pulled the hummingbird. So these are remarkable birds. If you've ever sat and watched a hummingbird, they are probably some of the hardest working birds that you will see just in movement alone, because their wings move so fast that we can't even see it. I mean, in order to really see their wings move, you have to do like a slow caption camera or something that you can slow it down to look at it. They're truly remarkable. And they travel from North America all the way down to South America, following the right seasons to get the nectar that they look for from the flowers. Um, I know a lot of people in my area have hummingbird feeders, that they put out, especially in the spring, to attract more hummingbirds. And they're awesome to watch. They really are. They're just really cool. But it talks about, with the hummingbird, it says that the buzzing you feel is the sound of your wings preparing you to say, I lost my place, preparing you to say yes to new adventures coming. So these are the traveling birds. I mean, these birds go all over. So it's prepare yourself for some travel, prepare yourself for planning for where you want to go, where you're planning on going, where do you want to go, what do you want to experience. If you put it all in your head now and start looking ahead for it, then everything's going to fall into place. It's knowing and trusting that inner voice that it's time to make the next move. And spirit will let you know when it's time to make the next move. When it's time to hop on down to the little further south and a little further south to get to those blooms, or to turn around and start heading north. It works both ways. And then the last card I pulled for you was from the angel deck, and it's number 28. And it says, I am a leader. And it talks about, in an effort to accomplish great things, you recognize the value of working with others. You make a capable and compassionate leader who can bring people together and drive a team toward achievement. So here you're talking about in your career, if you have the right attitude and the ability to pull people together, whatever team that you work with, whatever project that you're involved in, is going to develop more smoothly and be more successful when there's strong leadership at the helm. And it doesn't mean being a dictator. It means involving everyone in the project of what's going on. That's what makes a good leader. Being willing to listen to what other people say, being willing to accept criticism if you do take a wrong step and someone brings that out to you, and being willing to maybe shift the way something is done when someone comes up with a better idea. That's all part of being a strong leader, is working with the team to keep it a cohesive unit. So that's what I got for you. So I hope that resonates.
Thank
You're
you so
muted.
much for joining us, Lalima. We really appreciate it. And best
Yes,
of luck
thank
to you in your career. It's going to be amazing. And thank you so much, Shari. I love hummingbirds. The way that they like fly straight up and then dive bomb here.
Oh no, I love to watch them. They're so much
Yeah,
fun.
they really are. They really are. Okay, so thank you, Ness, for letting everybody know that the order of the questions. You are awesome. So we have Janine, and then Susan, and then Ness, and then Rachel Rose, and then Joyful Journey. And if anyone else tips, you will be after Joyful Journey. Okay. All right. Oh, and you're welcome, Lalima. She says, lovely explanations. This does resonate with me. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for letting us know, Lalima. We really appreciate the feedback. All right. So our next one is Janine. Let me find your question, Miss Janine.
Hi, better left unspoken. Sorry, that's a new person for me. This person popped in when I did my midnight journey the other night.
I was there too.
Oh, that's right. You showed up.
Yeah.
And,
good to see you.
and I swear to God, I went in thinking 5 minutes, I'll go in, I'll throw a couple of cards and do a collective read, and I'll be gone and go to bed. Before I could finish the thought, I had like 5 people in the room. I was like, don't y'all sleep? I was just doing test runs with my new camera to see if I had it set up right. So,
well, that was awesome. So I had fun talking with everyone.
An hour and a half, and I was having a ball.
Aw. So, Janine, hello. Struggling with my relationship with my 18-year-old son. Communications have reduced. Other influences affected things. Please advise for improvements. What could I approach things differently? Okay. All right, Miss Janine. Well, I'm sorry to hear that things aren't working out communicative wise with your son, but do know that most of these things that come in are to teach us something. Okay. What this one is teaching you is about your relationship with spirit. This is 12th house stuff. 12th house, it represents hospitalizations, addictions, spirituality, moksha, institutions are hidden things. Okay. So this is the kind of energy that I see your son struggling with. It's a spiritual karmic energy that he's pushing through, and you are both working through this energy together as a team because there's a reason that he was born to you. Okay. So I asked, what's the block here? And the main block that I got the Knight of Air, but he came out reversed. Okay. This is the card when I see him come up reversed, it's the hold your tongue card. Okay. Um, he or you could be your own worst enemy in the situation because there's someone who can't control their temper. Okay. Or they're struggling with their inner emotional state temper. Okay. Because this is a very mental card. The urge to prove others wrong in order to validate their beliefs can lead to alienation instead of persuasion. If you're willing to make sacrifices according to convictions, aggressiveness can backfire. So that's the block that I'm seeing between you and your son regarding your communications. There's a lot of flux in both of your lives in the moment. It's causing a lot of anxiety and defensiveness. But your plans seem to be very brave and brilliant. They could be impractical. Okay, so taking a step back and re-looking at those plans. I'm getting like a lot of formidability, some outspokenness going on. You're kind of at odds with each other, and destructive attitudes are harming the relationship. Okay, that's the main stuff that I'm getting. Okay. Take a moment to consider your words before blurting them out or avoid risking regret. That's what they're saying. Because upright, this card is events that occur with great speed, carefully reviewing options, finding creative solutions. It came up upside down. So that's what's being blocked here. Okay. Try to be more decisive and intelligent and things like that regarding the sun, because that's the block, the energy between the two of you that's not so great. Okay. So here are some ways out of it. I've got the Three of Earth. This is the same as the Three of Pentacles. The power of creativity, recognition for high quality work, being a team player. So instead of thinking of your interactions as separate, think of them as more of a team approach. Okay. See this from the perspective of, okay, they're saying active listening can help here. So when your son, if you're able to speak to each other, once some of the blocks are released that I'm seeing, once you're able to kind of sit down and really talk to each other, focus on constructive and active listening. Like if he says something, repeat back what you heard and vice versa. That can help with the communicative piece that I see being blocked between the two of you. Another thing is realize that both of you have a lot of energy, a lot of things going on right now. You're both juggling a lot of balls. Okay. Too much going on. Take time to make your decisions. Consider a more playful approach. So just kind of step back, go with the flow. Try not to take things too seriously because you both have a lot of energy in and around you right now. That's just going to add to the anxiety and add to the aggression and regarding the communication. Okay. All right. And then this is another card, explore. So after you do that, you can start exploring options together. Trust your imagination to help you journey through your inner landscape to find what you seek. So doing some of that inner work to see how you communicate, he communicates, and then how you can find that bridge toward a better way of seeing each other's opinions and goals. Okay. I did pull a couple of affirmation cards for you because this is an intense energy. Know that you are on a journey. Okay, a lot of journey cards here. Every step of life's journey is an important adventure. I breathe in the pleasure and increased awareness that accompanies my travels. I am filled with the infinite energy that animates my life or everything around me. I breathe out a fear of newness. You're being asked to change the way that you speak, the way that you communicate, and the way that you come across to your son, and he is too. So He's also 18, so he's going through what's called his nodal return. That's causing a lot of transformation. What that also tells me is the eclipses are occurring in and around his nodes this year. Okay, so he's going to be feeling the eclipses in 2024 more than most people. Really pay attention to the one in April 8th, okay? Because that's what they just told me. And then go with the flow. That seems to be the main energy that they're having you step into. Much can be learned from everyone and everything, even the nets that try to ensnare us. I breathe in the wisdom that the flow of nature is offering me. I am filled with the desire to learn all I can about life and my place in it. I breathe out ignorance. Okay. And that's for both of you. Learning to see the world from another person's perspective. That's what prevents autocracies and all the crazy things we're seeing in the world right now. If we're able to communicate and still come from different perspectives, that is what creates a healthy society. And that's what's going to help create a healthy communicative relationship with your son. I picked two cards to help you. I got the fertility card from Pan. When I picked this up for entertainment purposes only, just, make sure that you go in for your annual this year and get everything checked out, especially in the reproductive area. And also drink more water. Okay. That can help with, if you're struggling with feeling a little tired or drained from your experiences, that can help a lot too. So definitely do the sip. Okay. I hope that was helpful. And I know that Shari has more for you, and I'm excited to see what she has. And I'm sending you lots of love to you and your son, Janine. Okay. Take care.
Unmute. All right. Well, I started out with the Queen of Air. Oops, which I promptly dropped. It's what you call being fumble fingers today. Sorry about that. And it says the independent, experienced, realistic, witty. Clear away that which doesn't serve you anymore. It's time for you to seeing the humor in the situation around you helps tremendously, believe me. Being able to make fun at something, especially if it's something that is upsetting to you, can help raise your vibration and get you going in a higher vibing direction. That way it's not you're not being bogged down by all of the tensions of whatever it is that you're dealing with. And then I pulled the star. And that right there is telling you great success. It's coming. It's just a matter of letting it do its thing. Clear away. This seems to be the ongoing theme tonight of going with the flow and clearing away the old and making room for the new. And the star is just telling you it's going to be a success. It's not, you may have to roll up your sleeves and work a little bit, but you're going to be a success at it. And then from the mystical shaman, I pulled the sorcerer. And here it talks about the sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche. So what's being called on you when this card is pulled is to look at how your belief system around scarcity and not having enough, what is that belief system? Is that to the point that it's got you so wrapped up that you can't see abundance? Then it's going to be hard to manifest abundance. So when the sorcerer comes around, it's to remind you to let go of the lack mentality and instead start adopting the abundant mentality. And that will make huge changes in what happens around you. Again, another card saying, let go of the old crap, make room for the new crap, And then with the divine masters, I pulled for you Horus, which is the manifestation vortex. Belief makes a manifest. Thoughts attract and create. Again, another card reminding you to be strong in your manifesting. You have to see it. You have to believe it. You have to feel it. Michelle talked about drinking plenty of water. That helps to flush your system of impurities. When you flush your system of impurities, you think clearer because the blood runs smoother through your veins. Your brain fires up on all systems. It's not short circuiting because there's too much sugar in your system. Things that sound so simple and trite when we say drink lots of water, take a walk in fresh air, they sound trite, but the reason why we say it is because it's very powerful magic when you allow that into your system, when you allow yourself to take a walk in nature, even if it's just around your house or your apartment building or up and down your street, whatever. Get outside. If it's cold, bundle up. Go take a walk. I mean, I'm handicapped. I use a cane. It's very difficult for me to walk any distance. But I make sure I go outside every day and sit outside. I may not be able to walk up and down. I will if I'm having a good day and I can move. Other days, I'm just not able to do it. So I just sit, but it's outside. People at work laugh at me because I go take my lunch break outside behind the bushes under the tree up next to the building. And they're like, it's freezing cold out here. What are you doing? I'm like, it's outside. That's all that matters. I have to be outside at least once a day just to soak up the energy of the trees and the bushes and the squirrels and the birds and everything else that's around, and hopefully keep them from stealing my lunch out from under me because the squirrels will do that. They're not afraid of anybody over on campus. They will literally run up to you and snatch your sandwich and go. And I've had it happen. But it's putting yourself into that energy of nature, which is a form of nurture, because that nurtures your soul, it nurtures your heart, it helps you to think clearer, it helps you to speak clearer, it helps you to feel more in control. Even if it's freezing cold or you're dying from heat stroke, 5 minutes, that's all it takes. 5 minutes, go take a walk. And the last card I pulled for you was an angel card, number 444. It says, I am protected. It talks about trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. Take that walk, absorb that nature energy, and just feel it. That's right where you are. That's right where you need to be. That's what I have for you.
Wonderful.
And having
Thank
an
you.
18-year-old and difficult dealing with them, yeah, I've been there. My son's going to be 40 in a couple of weeks. So
Oh my goodness.
Like he was a toddler yesterday. How did that happen?
Oh, that's
But when he
awesome.
was a teenager, we were constantly knocking heads. And it's funny, my mother was my best friend. When I was a teenager, we were constantly knocking heads, you know. She probably wanted to knock my head into the wall a few times if she thought she could get away with it. But
Oh my
she didn't
goodness.
suffer fools lightly. And when
Well,
you're
Janine,
17 and 18, you can be very foolish.
yes, you can, because our
And
brains
you
aren't
think you
developed
know it
yet.
all. That's it.
Yeah, those
And you
prefrontal
think
lobes aren't there yet.
that's it.
So
You're very foolish and you think you know it all, and you don't.
that's true. That's so
But
true.
you gotta let them come to that realization. You can't.
Yeah, I read that for men it's 24 and for women it's 22 before the prefrontal lobes develop. And so, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot of back and forth until then. So,
exactly.
and she says, "Thank you, ladies. You're so welcome, Janine, and we're sending you and your son
Thank
lots of
you,
love."
Janine.
And oh, thank you, lovely Diamond Jones. Yeah, we agree. There was a trail on Facebook. I took care of them, so don't follow them into their little DMs. They'll steal from you.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, we've had a lot of that
And the same
lately.
thing with emails. If you get an email saying that your
It's Shari
payment
or me. No, we don't
your
solicit.
payment for such and such will be taken out of your account on Tuesday, and you're like, "Who the hell is this? And I didn't buy
Yeah,
anything for
there's a lot of
$800."
scammers.
Don't click the link because that's how they zap you if you click the link. Don't do it. Just report it as spam and move on. I mean,
Yep. And Morg
you
says,
should
I heard 25. Hey, some of us, we never grow up. So yeah,
being an adult sucks.
yeah,
Let me
adulting
tell you,
is it's
adulting sucks. It really
it's
does
yeah,
because you're responsible for everything.
you are. You are for
You
sure.
can't point the finger at somebody else and say it's their fault. No, you're the grown up. It's your fault. You deal with it.
Aw. So just to let everybody know, Janine, thank you so much for the confirmation. Susan, you're next. Then we have Ness. Then we have Rachel Rose. Then we have Joyful Journey. And then we have Better Left Unspoken. Okay. Woohoo! We're popular,
Oh,
Shari.
and somebody asked, Morgan the Void asked if there was a minimum for the donation to get.
Just donate what you can.
Okay.
Okay. It's an energy transfer. Just donate what you can. So, all right. So Susan wrote a novel. Thanks, y'all. I had good guidance from y'all about working with a woman on my health. And at the time, I was trying to schedule with a woman doctor at a hernia center. Turns out she doesn't do the procedure I need. So I scheduled an appointment with a male surgeon in the same practice who my karma cards seem to like above the others. Do we still see the woman doc being of great help in my healing? I have several other issues in addition to the hernias. Oh, honey. So primary care. Okay. So I'm just going to have that go so that you can see me. And let me go to the live area here. Okay, so she'll be taking notes. Okay. So I'm going to go and do a reading just based on the overall energy around your health for entertainment purposes only. But what I got is that this needs to be your decision, and that the block might be that you're allowing other people to be making these decisions for you. Just basically looking at the whole spread here. Okay, so I'll go into what I'm seeing here. Okay, Miss Susan. Let's see. All right. So the first thing I got was the seventh house. And I went, oh, this involves a relationship or a partnership, some like a marriage type of situation. Like there's someone else involved in making this decision, which would be maybe Daniel, or there's someone very close to you that is help. They're a voice in the ear. Okay. This is someone extremely close to you. This is usually a marriage partner. That's why I mentioned Daniel. This is the kind of energy that I see the guides asking you to step forward into this when it comes to standing up for your health, and what you would like to see have done. Be strong, but not overpowering. Okay. I got the Queen of Swords from the Amy Zerner Tarot. The inability to assert your independence can hinder your progress when it comes to taking control of what you would like to see from your doctors, from your teams. If you can't function effectively on your own, valuable time could be wasted. You just need to be more independent when it comes to the decisions that you're making. Your involvement is being driven by the right reasons, but they're saying that, okay, that a fear of losing independence can make you hesitant to invest. That's interesting. So, okay. Try not to be, okay. Don't mask your emotions with coldness or trying to be strong during this time. It could hinder you rather than help your situation. Okay. So mentally, there's something off. Okay. So I asked like what in particular was off, okay, when it came to making this decision and asserting your independence. And I got the Four of Wands reversed. Okay. So this is my forgive and forget card. You're at a phase in your life where you need to release any buried anger or resentment stemming from plans that don't work out. Okay. If someone's let you down, it's essential to forgive, forget, and move forward. That's another block that I'm seeing. It's natural to feel hurt and even consider revenge when someone you care about disappoints you. but these attitudes are only going to lead to more unhappiness. Okay. More problems in the long run. Negative thoughts and compulsive behaviors can also erode trust and commitment. That's another thing that I'm seeing happening that's affecting the way that you independently make decisions. Okay. Avoid dwelling on why friends haven't been there for you, or there's been a recent letdown that they're showing me. Investing time and energy toward your productive endeavors, including your health right now, is going to be far more valuable than puzzling over other people's actions and why they're not really in line with what your goals are. Okay. Release resentments, release complaints, find solace in the knowledge that these unexpected twists in your life's journey will bring hidden rewards. But they're saying that there may be temporary instability or disharmony at home, but just embrace that for potential for growth and change. Okay. And I know that you and Daniel have taken a lot of steps to make your home cozy and good. And I love the photos that you post on Facebook regarding that. But they're asking regarding the medical decision to switch gears. I got the direction card. Okay. Reboot, try a new and different direction. Okay. And then they're also saying conceal plans and actions from those who are not ready to accept you as you are or the independent decisions that you're making for yourself. And what really stands out to me here is the hawk or the golden eagle here. And that might be an animal to look up. They're all about focus. They're all about taking things into your own hands and making decisions that are best for you. You know your body better than anybody involved in this decision. Okay. So working with a doctor who truly listens to what you're saying and actively listens to what you need as a patient is going to be key here. Okay. So I did pull a couple of affirmation cards to help you moving forward. Okay. I got heal and I got divine for mind and for play. Okay. The first one is play. The purpose of life is to be happy. If you don't agree, then you really need more playtime. Children live and learn by playing. The child lives within us and needs to play every day, or else will feel deprived or act out inappropriately. So integrating play and exercise is what they're showing me. Getting out and if the weather is good, getting out and doing something that way, or just even playing in an indoor setting somewhere where you're moving and you're working and you're breathing and you're getting that blood flowing. Okay. And then I got the goddess of courage. You're stepping into courage. I enjoy being independent and taking care of myself. That's why I think I got that Queen of Swords reversed. This is all about you making a decision for you. Okay, Susan, and not letting other people do this for you because you know your body. I enjoy being independent and taking care of myself. Use this gift when you are lonely or feeling overly dependent or let down by people and circumstances. Remember, I got that Four of Wands reversed? The best partnerships are a union of self-reliant people who know themselves well enough to seek and understand and support each other in all ways. If you cannot have that, you are better off being on your own. It will prepare you for new partnerships. So in a nutshell, they're saying a new partnership, a new doctor might be on the horizon for entertainment purposes only. Maybe interviewing a few doctors, finding out what works for you, and going with that gut because you do have a very strong intuitive knowing, Susan. You know what's best for you. I believe Jupiter's in your 12th, which rules hospitalizations as well as spirituality. So relying on those hunches, those intuitions, and your independence moving forward is key here, and not allowing the opinions of others to get involved. Okay, that's the main thing that I see going on. I'm wishing you the best of luck. The main thing they're saying is switch gears, switch directions, and go with your gut on this one. Okay, Susan, I'm excited to see what Shari has for you, and I'm sending you tons of love.
Okay. Well, to start, as someone who worked in the medical field for over 30 years, always, always, always get a second opinion. No matter how major or how minor a procedure may be, trust me, get a second opinion. May agree totally with your regular doctor, may give you something completely different. But it's your body, it's your health. You're in control. And so you want to make sure that you are getting the best care possible. And that's about the extent of what my advice can be without getting into trouble with YouTube. So get a second opinion. That's a good thing. I pull from you Ego, Archangel Jophiel. And this talks about feeling like that you're entrapped, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on the material things, worried about you're going to hurt this doctor's feelings or that doctor's feelings. It's not their health, it's not their body. They're making a medical decision based on their knowledge and experience in training, but it comes down to it's still your body and your health, and you make the final decisions. So don't let your decisions be based on fear. You want to make sure that you're in a positive mindset, and you want to find another doctor that's going, just for that other opinion. Like I said, a second opinion may agree completely with the doctor you currently have, and then again, it may be something totally different. But at least then you have options to weigh and a way of looking at it. And there's nothing from stopping you to going to the great Google machine and looking up what those different options mean so that you can make the best choice for yourself that you can. And then I pull for you the Knight of Cups. So, there's a lot of emotion in this. We tend to want to romanticize what goes on with the doctor. Oh, well, this is my doctor. I've always gone to this doctor. They take excellent care of me. They can have an off day. They can read a test wrong. They can make a mistake. It's not insulting. A good doctor is not insulted by you asking to get a second opinion. They'll be glad for it because that lets them know that you're aware of your situation and you're wanting to take control of it. And then from there, I went to the mystical shaman and I pulled for you Earth. And here it talks about the natural gifts that come to us from Earth. Just like I was talking in the last reading, I have to go outside every day. It's just something I have to go out and be in nature. And this is just telling us that focus on the service of what it is that you need to have done. Focus on what can be accomplished when you have full knowledge of what the decision should be. Because how can you make a good decision if you don't have all the information? So this is just a reminder that, like going out into nature and sitting outside with the earth, it allows you to be able to look within and feel within yourself what choices are the best ones for you to make. Because if you ask spirit, they will tell you. And they're far more accurate than I can be. So, but be willing. Just know that a second opinion is always the best decision to make. And a good doctor will welcome that. So just take that into heart. And then with the Divine Masters, I pulled for you Hathor. I guess that's how you say it, or Hathor. I'm not sure. Light activation. It says on here, I can read it. Acceleration, brilliance. Stand in your light, not someone else's light. Stand in your light. That's what counts. Your body, it's your choice, it's your decision. When you stand in your light, when you accept your responsibilities in your light, that's going to surround you with success. No matter what the answer may be, how positive or negative the results may be, when you stand in your light, it allows success for whatever needs to be done to be more prevalent and something that you can rely on better. Don't let, again, another message, don't let fear disrupt what it is that you need to decide on. Don't base that decision on fear. Hence a second opinion. That gives you knowledge to make a good choice, because knowledge is key, especially when it comes to your medical situation. As someone who deals with doctors constantly, you want to make sure that you have all the information you need to make the best decision that you can make. And then lastly, I pull for you your angel number of 30. And it says, I am imaginative. It says, you are an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. So again, get your knowledge so that you can sit with your imagination and figure out what's the best choice to make. And talk to spirit about it. They will let you know. They will point you in the right direction of who else to talk to. Or they will allow you to, when you go to the Google and you put it in, they'll make sure the right stuff pops up so that you get the right information. You just don't want to do it under the precipice of fear. You want to do it in light and in joy and in knowing it's going to be a success. And that's what I have for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Shari. We hope that was helpful, Susan. Thank you so much for joining us. And yes, best of luck with making your decision. Second opinions are always great. And so I'm excited that Shari was here today, so she could give you her her background in that. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Shari.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. And as far as my eyebrows, guys, because that seems to be in the chat, these are tattooed. So I had a professional tattoo artist put these on. So, and it was a few sessions. And so
I've been
it's
thinking of getting that done.
it's
I have no
nice.
eyebrows. I have to draw mine on.
Yeah, I went to a woman named America. She's a Zen salon over in this area, and she put them on for me. And yeah, so and then I also use this. I also go over it with a little bit of stuff before the show because it fades over time. But
yeah, because I had a gas oven explode in my face when I was 12. It burnt all the hair on my face. My eyelashes grew back twice as long, twice as thick. My eyebrows did not.
Okay.
And I've had to draw them
lose it too as we get older too.
Yeah, just like there's a few hairs here and there. So it's every day. It's to draw, and it's like if I could find one that would last all day and not have to reapply, it would be great. And I've thought about doing the tattoo thing, but
you got to constantly them. It's kind of like, you know, Gerald when he describes his mustache routine. That's like my eyebrow routine. It's a lot. Yeah. So, but I have a Mercury Ketu conjunction in Ravati in my 10th house Navamsha, which is career, and it rules the eyebrows. And so I just went. Everyone people just constantly commented on my large, because I had very large bushy eyebrows, and so I just basically had them tattooed, and I pluck like a crazy person. So because I'm like Brooke Shields up here, so I had a lot to work with. So, and I do have
none to pluck. So,
and yes, I do have a unibrow too. So this is a lot of work, guys.
And now pluck here.
And here
recently started plucking here.
So when I turned 35, it was like, let's go. All the little black hair started coming out.
Put lipstick on or something, looked in the mirror, and I thought, what's that hair on my face?
Oh yeah,
and
the little pokies.
It wouldn't go away, and I finally realized it was growing out of my chin.
Yep. I started those when I was doing perimenopause. So yay. Okay. So anyways.
A little more medical knowledge for everybody.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, the tattoos they work, you know. So, and people stopped commenting on my unibrow. So, 'cause I didn't have a lot of beautiful, like beauty knowledge growing up. So, all right. So, just to let everybody know, we have a lot of questions coming in. We have Ness next, and then we have Rachel Rose, and then we have Joyful Journey, and then we have Better Left Unspoken, and then we have Adriana Creelman. So I'm going to go ahead and close questions unless you tip, okay? Because we got to get out of here within the next half hour, okay? All right. So let me go to the next question. Okay, Ness, you're up. So Ness is asking a question for someone else. If you want us to change it, let us know, Ness. Oh, here we go. Thank you for the cue. Oh, okay. So I have a friend, Shaz, with a question. Can I post my question? Yes. So if you have a more specific question, go ahead and get it in, Ness. But I went ahead. Oh, Shaz is sitting right next to you. Okay, good. I was going to ask if you had permission. Great. All right. So go ahead and ask Shaz's question. I did pull a few cards. So I'm going to go into what Spirit wants the guides want Shaz to focus on. And if there's anything specific, let me know. I got Aries and I got Aquarius, which tells me, Shaz, if you're thinking about starting some kind of innovative or tech-based venture, it's supported right now, especially if it revolves your career. Okay. I got Aries and I got Aquarius. Okay. This is all about starting something new. It's a new beginning, and it's going to require a lot of innovation and a lot of change. And Aquarius is all about tech. That's my tech plan. I've got a moon there and I work in tech. So Aquarius is about seeing things that are just coming up onto the horizon. Like, for instance, my father wanted a 10-year career plan for me before leaving college. And that wouldn't have worked out because the internet exploded. So, and my job didn't exist yet. And so Aquarius is reminding you that the skill set that you need to move into this new career is developing, and it's brand new. Okay. It might even be in something AI related. Okay. Because that's what I'm training in right now. I get that you're stuck. I got the stuck card. Okay, Shaz. It says you may be stuck because you're overly attached to a methodology or a piece. Now, when I get Aries and I get Aquarius, what that tells me is this is so new and so innovative that you can't really rely on your past to kind of grab all of those toolboxes and move them forward. Like, there's a few things that they're showing me that you could bring into the new venture, but most of it's going to be brand new. Okay, like brand new. You need to trust in yourself. You are a creative being. I got the trust card from the Creativity Oracle. Trust that you were born a creative being and have never stopped being one. What this tells me is you can really lean on your creativity to help you with this new Aquarian tech, new energy. I mean, it's brand new stuff. Okay, so don't be afraid of the new is the main thing that they're telling me, because you are a very creative soul. And then I got resistance. Understanding why you resist, that what you have to do is a crucial part of the creative process. So look at the way that you're resisting the process as you go. Why? And actually ask yourself, why am I resisting this? Why? And then just keep asking yourself why. And you usually will come to the root cause of why you're resisting this potential moving forward. Okay. Because you are an extremely creative being. So I did go to my Whispers of Ganesh, because he just said, hey, over here. And the main thing that you need to really step into is joy. Okay, joy it's a state of the heart and the soul. If you can see that jyotish, Ganesha, he is the deity for jyotish astrologers, so he's very, very dear to me. And here he's holding some aruca flowers. It's a lei of aruca flowers, and they're also known as crown flowers. Okay, they eliminate negative energy for the body and the mind of a person. And the flowers also have medicinal benefits that treat, diarrhea, constipation, stomach ulcers, usually digestive stuff. And a lot of Indian devotees, they worship Ganesha with these flowers to be free of ailments. So whenever I see the flowers, it's like, if there's anything that's bothering you, go ahead and address that and know that Spirit's going to help you through it. I also noticed that the lingam is here. It's in the corner. And this is found in the sanctum of Shiva temples and private shrines that symbolize Shiva. And so what this tells me is there's a lot of generative power within you that's going to come out regarding your career and regarding the type of structure that you're going to bring to the position. And there's going to be a union of masculine and feminine, they're showing me, because that's what the yoni represents. So this job, I mean, it's going to bring you a lot of joy, because it's going to bring a lot of newness, a lot of innovation. Whatever happens will be the highest for the good of all involved. This is great. Even through difficult circumstances, such as those that you may be currently undergoing, you're going to ultimately find your happiness. Okay. So kind of let go of that anxiety of the new. All right. Spirit is acknowledging your stress. Okay, Shaz. You are a little exhausted as you are adapting to these new patterns of behavior, and they're asking you to release your old stories as you're doing that, because you may not be happy right now, but you can experience joy in knowing that through striving through this difficult situation that you're in, it's very important for the lessons it's going to teach you when you're on the other side. So they're saying just be really honest with yourself, allow your feelings and your emotions to kind of manifest as they come. Remember that if your heart is feeling a little wounded, that's just healing taking place. And you're likely grappling with really deep feelings and sentiments that have been repressed for lifetimes. Okay. So, but joy will be the outcome. Okay. Share your thoughts, share your feelings, share your emotions. You've got Ness, you've got a friend right there. Those anxieties, they can support you during this time. Your energy and your inner light are going to shift to reveal your life's grand plan when you do this. Okay. Because you can't make this stuff up, Shari. I got the beginnings card for where you're headed. Brand new stuff. Okay, Shaz. And what I really love about this card is Ganesha is doing the Abhaya Mudra. That's this right here. That's a gesture of fearlessness. It's a mudra that is offering you reassurance. It's offering you safety. It's dispelling fear. It's according divine protection and bliss. There's a symbol of a flower and a lotus in his hand. The lotus is your potential to harness this flow of energy coming your way through your chakras, because the chakras are depicted as like a wheel of lotuses. And Ganesha he's basically saying that there's a new beginning, and there's going to be a lot of deeper spiritual significance along with this. It's going to encourage a different consideration or fresh approach to how you connect with your inner guidance. New. They're saying with awareness will come more understanding. The benefit of this new start, Shaz, is that it's going to bring you an opportunity to stay true to your own path and guidance. Okay. So release the need to bring others into your own vision. That's the number one thing they're having you work on. Trust yourself and be willing to do the work needed at this time. And your inspiration will be positive. Creativity, finances, and love will flow before you once you kind of step into this new energy. And ask your guides to assist you with this, because they're gonna be showing you a lot of opportunities. Great cards, Shaz. Okay, with newness can bring some anxiety, but you've got this. And I'm excited to see what Shari has for you. Take care, and thank you so much for helping out your friend Ness. You're a good friend.
All right, Chaz. We're starting out with the Four of Earth, which is talking about don't be too frivolous, but don't be too cautious. It's walking that fine line, finding that balance. So as you're looking into your career of where you're going, where you're moving ahead, don't focus on just one or two things. Look at the whole package to help you decide what's going to be a good fit for you. Because you may see a job set up to go in for an interview, and it sounds just like what you want, and you show up, and either the atmosphere of the place does not sit right, or the other people you would be working with do not feel right. So you have to be willing to allow what may be negative to come in along with the positive, again, to help you make that decision of what it is you want to do. And then I pull for you Judgment, which is basically backing that up by saying you're going to be the judge and the jury on this. So you have to take into account what it is you're looking for. Don't just put out there, I want a job where I make $50,000 a year to start. Well, a lot of people would like that. A lot of people make a lot more than that. A lot of people make a lot less than that. I know I'm one of them. But that's okay. It's you have to find a place that fits, and you're going to be the judge as to what fits you or doesn't. And then from there, I pulled from the mystical shaman, I pulled the rattle. And here it talks about the rattle is used to get God's attention without shouting. It's used as a means of opening communication. First shaman class I took with Danny Shea, Bathrobe Tarot. One of the things, second class we had, he was like, okay, next class, y'all bring a rattle because we're going to use a rattle. And I thought to myself, where the heck am I going to get a rattle at? And it was just at one of those times, it was like, I don't have money to go to the store and buy a rattle. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, well, I have all of these little small gemstones, that come in the little bottles. And I have all these empty pill bottles that I save. I don't know why, I just do. And so I thought, okay, I'll just put some of these gemstones in the empty pill bottle and I'll just shake it. Sounds like a rattle, right? And so I was showing it to my son. He was like, okay, well, I can improve on that. He says, give it to me. He comes back out. I probably should go grab it. And what he did was he got a long wooden dowel and he put a hole through the top lid of the pill bottle and a hole in the bottom of the pill bottle. He put the dowel through it and then used a screw to screw it into place to the rattle, to the pill bottle. So now I can hold it on the stick and shake it, but I can still detach the top if I want to change out the stones and change them for different things. You would use different gemstones for different things that you're going for. And when I brought it to the next class and I was showing it, and I was like, well, it's not fancy, like, and of course, Danny he was like, that's the most awesome rattle I've ever seen. He said, because you made it. He said, so it's going to have nothing but your energy in it. So you want to look at the rattle in that respect of this is going to be your voice as to what you want. You can use this to be annoying with it, and shaking it over somebody else talking. Or you can use it to be heard when you're asked specific questions during an interview. It works both ways. And then I pulled Saint Germain again. Let go of the old so you can bring in the new. You got to get rid of all the gobbledygook all around you so you can bring in what's better for you to manifest that new job. Something I tell students at work is, sit down with a piece of paper and make a list. All the things you want in a job, all the things you don't want to have to deal with. And then slowly consolidate them. What are you willing to accept in order to get this over here? Because sometimes you're going to have to compromise. But if you go into it with a clear idea of exactly what you want, exactly what you're looking for, then it makes it much easier to make that decision. Or that when you show up for that interview, it gives you a better vibe on what's surrounding you when you go in for that interview. What are the people like? I mean, I've not taken jobs simply because I've walked into a place and immediately it was just like, nope, I'm not staying here. This is not going to work. Then the last one I pulled, your angel card, 111. I am creative. And it says, angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so that you can co-create with the universe a life you love. And that's exactly what you're looking for with a new job, is creating a life you love. Because if you love what you do, it's not a job, it's a career. And that's what makes the difference. And that's what I got.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Shari. And Shaz, thank you for joining us with Nez. We hope that that was helpful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're sending you lots of love as you go into this new beginning, this new career. That's some exciting stuff. Know that Spirit's got your back, and that Abhaya Mudra it's powerful. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Ness and Shaz. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us know how you're doing. Come back, Shaz. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
All
definitely.
right. Yeah. Yeah. All of
We're
our
both
channels.
on here somewhere between our two channels every
Yes.
week.
Yes, we are. For sure. And just to let everybody know, Rachel, you're next. And then we have Joyful Journey. So make sure you guys are in the audience. And then we have Better Left Unspoken. And then we have Adriana. We'll see if we have time for lightning. I don't think so. We're going to find out. Okay. So Rachel Rose. Let's see. I will find your question. I don't think you posted one. Yeah, I'm not seeing one. If you could post your question, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you a general. Okay. Okay. So I already pulled cards for you because that's how I roll. And the main energy I got
Let me
was
mute
Aries.
so that I don't
Pisces.
disrupt you talking while I.
Oh, okay. So Pisces, if you can see behind me, this side, this is the sign for Pisces, and this is the sign for Aries. You start at Aries and you go all the way around to Pisces. So this is the very beginning and the very end of the zodiac. Aries represents new beginnings, and Pisces represents endings, spirituality, moksha. Okay. So you're blah, that's what's going on. Okay. So you got the whole wheel on your mind. Okay. Well, what this tells me is you might be stepping into a new spiritual modality or way of thinking about spirits when I get these two cards. Okay. You also your nodes are finally off of each other, and Rahu is in the 12th house, your 12th house from your moon. So you might be getting more messages and things from spirit. Try to stay grounded through that. Okay. Okay. And these are turquoise, Alf's mom. I'm a big turquoise girl. Okay. So I went to my creativity oracle. Okay. So you feel like you've been through an emotional whirlwind the past few days. Okay. And you're so dang tired. And you rearranged your space. Okay. Well, there's a lot of energy in and around you. The main thing that I'm getting is that I went to my I went to my creativity oracle, and I got secrets, I got intuition, I got truth, and I got seed. Okay. So that's a lot. The first thing is secrets. So the main energy I got from this is that you need to conceal the plans and actions from those who are not ready to accept you for who you are. You already know who these people are. So you're aware of their energy and what they bring to the situation, and they're just reminding you to just kind of keep your overall intentions with them light, friendly and light. Okay, just acquaintance level stuff. Okay. Trust your intuition. It is correct. Okay, Rachel. So if you get that gut feeling, if you get that little Rahu is finally off of your moon, and he's away from Jupiter. So you'll be able to get better advice moving forward, especially from your guides. Okay. Okay. Work has been weird. Gotcha. So being focused, being balanced. This is the Lord Buddha. It's spending more time in meditation that can help you with your intuition. And then I got truth. An honest desire to know and speak the truth produces beneficial results. So standing in your truth, even when others are refusing to do so, is another thing that I'm seeing in and around you. And then you are planting a seed. That might be the Aries energy that I'm getting, and it has to do with your spirituality. Having the intention to grow like a seed and bloom is at the heart of all creativity. The moon tomorrow is in Pushya. Bloom where you are planted is my mantra for Pushya. It's my sun is in Pushya. And so, bloom where you were planted. How can you be a light in this world? It's getting darker and darker, more tamasic, more material. We're being We're coming into a place where a lot of our freedoms are under attack in America, and we're dealing with a lot of these things. So what kind of seeds can you plant to make the world better? I know that you are a member of the United States military, so you're already a servant at heart, but just think about how you can make the dark world that we're living in a lighter, brighter place. And I know that you do it through music and other modalities. So that might be something you could consider to bring into into your space. And okay, that's why you rearranged. They're trying to send you to Finland. Interesting. Okay, well, you're better off in Finland if you know who wins. So I'm just letting you know. All right. I went to my affirmations card for you,
We
and
might join you.
oh, yeah, yeah. Well, that's important to know. So before I do the affirmation, I was reminded by spirit to address what's kind of going on in your mind. I got the 7 of shells reversed. Okay. Going out with a lot of people can cause problems. Okay. There's a lot of illusions, there's confusions, there's distractions. And I'm getting this is just the people around you. Okay. This is the environment and the people that are in and around you. It's hard to focus your energies now when you're around that type of energy. This is like this card is literally the avoid intoxication and other forms of escapism card. Okay, so whether it's a spiritual escape, I know that Rahu's in the 12th house right now, so I tell my friends that are like spending a lot of time in meditation, spending a lot of time, especially with the galactics, not to get lost up there. Make sure that you're grounding yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of those 3D responsibilities. Okay, this is also the card of deception. So the people around you, if they're living in an illusion and they're not seeing things as a reality, that this is deception is confirmed. Okay. Wishful thinking, it leads to a lot of unrealistic pursuits. It can lead to infatuations and obsessions. You need to distinguish creative inspiration from any pipe dreams that could be going on. Idealism can lead to disillusionment. So be really, really focus on staying grounded. Um, and they're saying that you and someone around you could be misinterpreting more ambiguous intentions. Okay. So postpone decisions until you're sure of what's best to do. Be realistic and avoid living in a fantasy world and living in the fantasy worlds of the people around you. Because we've got a lot of that going on in the collective with Rahu and in Pisces. Okay. So this is what you can do. Yes, I feel a bit ungrounded. The people at work are not, I'm confused. It's very confusing for me. Okay, good. Staying in, you're going to meetings and you've been taking care of yourself. Okay, that's good. All good things. And spirit is acknowledging that. So this is the way they show through. Okay, this is so beautiful. It reminds me of one of Gerald's tapestries. Oh, this is Amy Zerner. So yeah, she's an amazing artist as well and can do tapestries. I support and protect those I care about. We all have an obligation to give our best efforts to support and protect those we care about. And Ollie came out when I picked this one. We each need to be strong, powerful, and build a castle for each other so we can feel safe and able to heal. So treat your home, treat your apartment like your castle, and just spend time with Ollie. Okay. Only invite people in your castle that fully support and understand you. People you can actually tell your secrets to that aren't going to use them against you, because that's the energy that I see in and around you with that 7 of cups reversed. When people are living in an illusion, they don't even realize that they're lying or that they're not doing what's best for them and the people around them because they're not based in reality. So it's important to really support and protect your reality and the people that you let in and out of your environment. So you rearranged your apartment, rearrange who you let in and who you let out. Okay, that's going to help you a little bit. I'm glad that you're doing that. Okay. And if you feel where you're torn right now, just know that that's that 7 of cups reversed. It's like there's too many options right now. Come from a place of peace, meditate, rely on that intuition, and don't let other people, especially with not the best intentions, who are giving into intoxicants and things like that, make your decisions for you. Okay. Okay. Well, those are all. I think I want to go back to Europe after retirement. Those are all good things to have. But don't be too impulsive about it. I know that you have that Rahu moon conjunction in Aries, so try to pull back on the reins and take a more measured approach moving forward. Okay. And welcome, Anna Marie. All right. I hope that was helpful, Rachel. And I know Shari has more for you, and I'm sending you lots of love. Okay. Hang in there, honey.
All right. Well, first up, thank you for your service. It's very important. As my husband was a Navy man, my son was a Navy man, my brother was Army, so yeah, we're a military family too. And I know how difficult it can be. I started out with the 5 of Pentacles. So you're feeling a little used and abused, I guess would be the best way to put it. You know, a little put out. Not quite sure. You've rearranged your space. You're trying to bring in a more positive atmosphere around you. Sometimes it works overnight, and sometimes it takes a while as the energies refocus. And then I pulled the 10 of air. And this talks about the end of a difficult situation. Things are on the rise. Things are how do they put it? Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. So you've made the initial steps. You've rearranged your space. You're trying some different things. You're tired all the time because this is what you're feeling. This is 5 of Pentacles, and you're feeling down in the dumps. And when you get down in the dumps, exhaustion, it takes over. It's kind of your body's way of just shutting down to get you to get much needed rest. But the 10 of air is here to tell you, but it's going to all be okay, and it's going to get better. So that's a promise from Spirit that you can hang your hat on. And then I pulled for you the sun. And here, just as everywhere else, this is talking about shining your light for others to see, knowing that the sun is shining its light on you for you to illuminate others. And in the process of you illuminating others, you yourself become more illuminated. It kind of works hand in glove that way, which is really kind of cool. And then I pulled the wall cool. It was a really awesome divine master. And one that I actually got to channel one time that was very unique. It says with DK, as we call them, divine mission, enlightened action, make choices from the heart. So you've made your first step. You started rearranging, changing things up, trying to get the feng shui of it all feeling right. Okay. And that's what we do even for people who don't know anything at all about feng shui. When everything starts feeling out of sorts and you can't shake it, what's the first thing you do? You start moving stuff around. Well, maybe if I put the couch over there and the table over there and the TV on that wall, and you can go through it. I mean, I usually rearrange my space at least once a year just to get fresh energy in. And then I pulled for your angel card, 333. This is I am powerful. And that's a powerful card and a powerful number. It says you're being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others, which leads right back to this card, the sun, which leads right back to this card, the 10 of air. Every card here is pointing out that while you've been here, here's where you're ending up. You're powerful. And you've started the steps for change. And now it's step back and let it start happening.
Well, thank you so much, Shari, and definitely resonated with Rachel. So, and she said she literally broke down her bed. Okay, well, I'm glad you did some rearranging, and you can hopefully sleep a little better tonight, Rachel. And just don't let the impulsivity keep you from attaining that peace, that daily peace. Okay, because that's a hard energy to have in anyone's chart. Okay, that's a lot of warrior energy. So please put it towards your wonderful career and things like that. But we're sending you tons of love as you go forward, and please come back and let us know how you're doing. Okay, Rachel, thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see, just to let everybody know, we have Joyful Journey, Better Left Unspoken, and then Adriana Creelman. How are you doing as far as energy, Shari?
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm
okay,
good.
Great. All right. So make sure you are still here. Okay, Joyful Journey. If you're not let's see, 159 is where you're at. Okay, Joyful? Okay. Any advice on my job search? I'm hoping to get a job at the hospital. Just lost my job. Okay, you got it. All right, Joyful. So, um, the first card that I got that kind of pointed toward the overall energy around your work situation was you need to find the blessings in your current situation. I got Krishna. He's one of my main guys. And what this tells me is you still have something to learn from the last job before starting the next one. Okay. And I'm okay, good, you're here. So there's something that you still need to learn that you haven't learned from the last job. So I asked my guides, like, what is going on with that? Because Krishna's one of my guides. If he's not one of yours, he's fantastic. I highly recommend him. I got Sybil. Think twice before sharing what you know with anyone except those you know without question or ready to hear it. What this tells me is that you might have a little bit of a psychic vibe. You might be picking up on the emotions, the needs, and the things of others, and it might freak them out a bit, and it might cause some stuff at work. That usually results in gossip, or she's weird, or just different, or fill in the blank. Okay, because Sybil was someone who spoke the truth and wasn't believed. Okay, so there was some communicative drama that I'm picking up on. All right. So then I asked, okay, what other areas were there that she needed to learn? I got our enchanted world. I got the alchemist. Our enchanted world provides the means for transforming the leaden aspects of daily life into a golden experience of all, made for all. So there are some things that are being refined out of the way that you interact at work. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing going on. You're literally being, how do I say this, burned to the point where you're burning out all of the lead and all of the unnecessary materials to reveal that beautiful gold within. Okay, so that is the main energy that I'm getting from that. And this is also my feng shui card. It's like there's something in the environment that needs to change. Okay. And that tells me in the work environment, the way that you come across with others needs to change because you were misunderstood. That's why I got the Sybil card. Sybil's she's super psychic and misunderstood. Okay. So I asked what caused the main problem? Why did spirit take away the job to begin with? I got the 10 of Roses. This is the same as the 10 of Wands. Okay, this is my stress card. It's good that you can persevere and concentrate, but it's possible that you worked yourself too hard in the last position. Okay, Joyful. You might be interfering with it interfered with the attention that others wanted from you. And if you can't stop a lot of the demands that were made of you, you have to try to conserve your energy and pace yourself a little bit more in the workplace. When you work, you're overcommitted and everything can kind of become a strain. Take little breathers and make time every day to kind of let others know that, you care about them and that you're there, but take time for yourself. Take out time for that self-care. You may be feeling trapped or restricted at work, and that can interfere with your decision-making. And because exhaustion is going to impede anyone's judgment. If we're coming from a place of exhaustion, we can't function. Okay. So they really want you to work through that piece before taking on another job. Okay. Because you were overworked. All right. That's not uncommon in hospitals. Okay. So here's your way through. I got the innocence card from the Whispers of Ganesha. The simplest gestures of love and respect can prevail even over the toughest of hearts. So in this card, you can see the lightness of Ganesha's aura. It portrays innocence. By being soft and still, you give the universe the opportunity to assist you in creating your desires. Instead of carrying all those wands on your back, you ask for help. Okay, Joyful. Be willing to release any cynicism from the last job, especially if you were mistreated, overworked, etc. You'll know when that comes in because you'll become increasingly more critical over time. But as you gather more experience, sometimes the familiarity of your situation can cause you to lose touch with this beautiful innocence. That's what I see was kind of lost in the last job. But don't forget that change and transformation are possible right now. They're giving you this break so that you can reevaluate things. Okay, Joyful. You will then be able to approach the situation with renewed peace. Okay. Okay. They're saying if you're making plans to move into a new career, but they said that you're making changes to your job situation in the direction of your path, but they're saying the best approach to have is with the exploration and excited curiosity of a child. Okay. Be willing to let go of all these preconceived ideas that you had in the last job or that you've developed over time in your mind, and allow your heart to be centered and in a place of peace at work, because you carried around way too much stress. You might be an empath if you're picking up on the stress and emotions and anxieties of others in the workplace too, which is difficult in a hospital setting. So just be aware of that. Your guides are saying, call on us to renew your mind and refresh your thinking throughout the day. And with their assistance, you can contemplate every single situation that you encounter. Ask them to support you. Don't do this alone. Remember to pray from freedom from fear, worry, and unhealthy obsessions that might control your thoughts, your mind, and harm your soul in the workplace. And be accountable for your decisions and their results. Okay. And hold others accountable too, especially if they're having you do stuff that's their job. Okay. That was a lot. I hope that was helpful. You were misunderstood. Yeah, that's the Sybil energy. Okay. The reason you were misunderstood, Joyful, is because the people in and around you did not have the best intentions. Okay. And you need to set better boundaries with them. And avoid sharing information with those people. You have to be much more discerning on who you share your thoughts and your feelings with, because not everybody can be trusted. Okay. That's not uncommon for a lot of spiritual people in the workplace to come into contact with, because the darker, more tamasic souls, they tend to go for the bright, pretty, shiny ones in the workplace and zero in on them and make their lives hell. It's not uncommon. I've had a lot of jobs like that. Okay. Oh, thank you, Miss Tarot D. Sending love. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Miss Tarot D.
Yeah, love you. I hope that was helpful for you, Joyful. I know that you were misunderstood, and that's why your guides are working with you right now to prevent that from happening again. So come from a place of a soft, calm stillness is what they're saying. Don't come from a place of anxiety or the need to please others. And that should help you with the new job. Okay. I'm sending you lots of love, but please do the work so that you don't get taken advantage of again. Okay, Joyful? I'm sending you lots of love.
Well, we're starting out with the Magician, Archangel Raziel, which simply states, you are ready. It's go time. So that's good news. It's letting you know that it's time for you to as you're looking for your new job, letting you know Spirit knows you're ready. Yeah, they're gonna be there to help you along with that. Because then I pull the Empress. So there you're birthing something new. It just goes right along with it. And I pull the Sun again, which is more positive, more, yep, you got it. Go. This is go time for you. You've got everything going for you. And then I pulled, and I'm going to mess up this name because I don't think I can say it. Melchizedek. I don't know.
Melchizedek.
Okay. Somebody knows how to say it. It says divine knowledge. Higher learning, commit to your vision through study. So as you prepare yourself for job hunting, you've got time now to do a little study on what it is you want, what it is you're looking for, what kind of atmosphere do you want to be in. Go back to that piece of paper and that pencil, make your list. What am I looking for and what do I not want? So you can get rid of all the not wants and just focus on what you're looking for. And remember, the Magician told you it's go time. It's a success. And the Empress is saying you're birthing something brand new, so rejoice in that. And then I pulled for you number 13. I am confident. It says you are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're working towards your goals. Be confident that you're going to achieve what it is you want. Be confident that the right doors are going to be open for you to move right into where you want to go to. it's all lined up for every card I pull for you is just like, go. You got it. This is your time. And that's what I got.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Joyful. We hope that was helpful, and come back and let us know how you're doing. And I love chatting with you in the
Absolutely.
chat. So thank you so much. All right. So next question is better left unspoken. And then we have Adriana Creelman. And then if we have time, we'll go to lightning round. So let's go to better left unspoken. What can I release to come into my highest self? Great question. I love that. Okay. So I pulled a few cards for you. Do an affirmation one real quick. Okay. Ooh, okay. Lots of forgiveness going on. Okay. So you've got some healing that you're doing, better left unspoken. This is the block. I got the Prince of Wings. It's the same as the Prince of Swords, and he is reversed. Okay. He's striving to be upright, but his youthful desire to be right is stronger than his desire to live in harmony with those he seeks help with his compelling ideas. Okay. This is a very mental card. It's it represents very strongly held beliefs. Okay, better left unspoken. I think it's really interesting that your name kind of matches this energy because it's all about restraining your speech. Okay, the trouble is with when I get this is, you might want to fight for a cause or for people that you really care about, but you could get hurt in the process because you don't have a full mental picture yet. Okay. If you only fantasize but do not take the time to develop your skills, your ingenuity, your self esteem, frustration, and defensiveness can cause trouble. This could be some energy around you as well. So be careful not to get dragged into quarrels. Okay. You can fight, but it's not always best to fight, especially these little mental jabs that they're showing me. Um, there's a person in your environment that enjoys testing you. It's kind of like a game of cat and mouse. And you had some tense words with each other. It was like a battle of wits, they're showing me. You may fight over like incompetence, work frustrations, things like that. Homes can like there's some triggers, some dysfunctional behavior going on with like there's lots of stuff in this department. So just watch for the destructive tendencies and try not to be try not to draw in these more aggressive or eccentric types because you like to debate. Okay. That's going to lead to some issues. Okay. Do know that you are seeing your current situation accurately, but again, avoid unnecessary quarrels and fights with others, even though you do feel that, yeah, got to pick your battles. Truth. Okay, glad. You are seeing the situation correctly. So just know that I got Horus for you. Okay. I don't know if you know about the Eye of Horus, but it's a very powerful card to get. And I got Kuan Yin. Let it go. Okay, just let things go. Don't let everything stick to you and feel that you need to fight through it or overthink it in your head or just constantly go over it again and again and again, trying to change the outcome. Just let it go. Let it go. You see, she's in water here. She's on a lotus. She's just let it flow. Okay. Because what you're going through right now is a lot of transformation. I got the butterfly. Allow yourself to leave the past and what is no longer necessary so you could truly be the person you have worked so hard to become. That negative mental self-talk needs to go. Okay, that's what they're trying to transform out of you because that is it's going to bring you a little more self-confidence in this area. And they're going to show you that, the need to always be right is not always the best track to take. Okay. Sometimes you just need to walk away because you can't change the minds of everyone else around you. Okay. You just have to speak your truth and leave. Okay. Because that's really hard for a lot of people living in their truth, especially if they're surrounded by people who aren't. Oh, it's so annoying. But it's hard, but you got this. This is the affirmation that I picked for you. And I think it's so perfect. I got the forgiveness card. Okay. I forgive because I want to be forgiven. Think of all the times that we've messed up in life. It's like I can't count. Okay. And just know that we're here, we're going to make mistakes, and you just got to let some things go. Seek justice and fully process all the wrongs that have been done to you. Okay, better left unspoken. When you awake, forgive everyone you can think of, including yourself. All humans are flawed and need forgiveness. To not forgive is to delay your healing. Okay. So part of your healing is to learn how to control your speech. Okay. And even though you're right, and even though your intuition is correct, and you've got that eye of Horus that can see exactly what's going on, your guides are basically saying it's not always best for you to tell them the truth because they're not ready to hear it. And it's going to be taken in a bad way. Okay. Um, oh, okay. Yes, blunt. All right. So, when I get any of my sword cards, especially if they're like I get the Prince of Swords, the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and they're upside down, it's usually someone who is lacking some tact. Okay. So choosing to be more tactful in the way that you deliver truth can be helpful as well. But they're asking you to just let it go. You need to let these things go and not let them fester because they're messing up your relationships. Okay. Have a lot of stuff I'm working through from a very young age. Okay, that would explain why it was a Prince of Swords. Okay, so this is stuff that you're working on from childhood. They're asking you to let it go. They're asking you to like really watch your speech. Um, I have an area in my chart where I need to watch my speech too. So, and I've got a lot of air in my chart as well. So, meditation helps. You might consider a mantra practice or some daily prayers or affirmations. That is something that helps me with my speech. Simply taking a deep breath before speaking can help. Think of it as a reset code. And focus on what the other person is saying more than on what you're going to say next. Those are all just practical things that you can do when speaking with another person. If you're confused about what the other person is saying, literally ask them to like say what you think they just said back to you. It's active listening. So if they say something to you, be like, okay, this is what I heard, and then say that to them. And if it's not adding up, ask them to repeat it again in a way that you can understand it, and vice versa. Okay. I hope that helps. I know it was a lot, but that is the main area that they're having you focus on. And I wish you all the best in that area. And definitely come back and let us know how you're doing. Okay. Better left spoken. I love that your name matches the reading. It's just, spirit's amazing. All right.
Well, I started out with the mystical shaman. That's like the jackpot. Basically, that card comes forward when you're invited to consider the ability to live without attachment. Let go of all the things. They don't matter. It's not important. Because when you hold on them too tightly, this is what you get. The Three of Hearts, the Three of Swords through the heart. You don't want that. And then I pulled Ma'at, which stands for divine intervention. It's weigh up your options, choose the highest good. So that is what this master is telling you. It's time to decide for the good. What's going to work best for you? And I ended with the Queen of Fire, which talks about confidence, warmth, intelligence, grace. It's telling you to stretch your wings, be willing to step into the river and follow the flow as it goes. Don't fight it. Now is not the time to fight. Now is the time to let go of everything that's been blocking you so that spirit can come in and give to you what's going to raise you to your next vibration. They can't do that if 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 we're holding on so tight to everything around us that they can't get through. So you got to kind of just let all that go. You're the mystical shaman. You can do this. Just follow it through. And then the angel card I pulled for you was number 23. I am adventurous. It says you have a zest for life and you are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. That's something they want you to know. It's okay to live your life to the fullest. That's the gift that they want to give us, that we seem so stubbornly set against. Be adventurous. Accept it all in. Be willing to bang your drum and shake your rattle and say, I'm in charge of me, and I can control what I let in and what I let go. And that's what I got for you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Shari. And better left unspoken. Shari did pull the shaman card, and rattles were mentioned tonight. I actually inherited some rattles from a woman who worked with the various tribes in our area. And this is one. He's about 250 years old.
There you go.
He reminds me of Kali Dev with the tongue. Right? So this is all about letting spirit take control and giving control up to your guides. Okay. And then here is another rattle that I got. This is a beautiful Seahawk. Okay. Which are all over the Seattle area. Okay. Okay. So what the rattle does is it's asking you, and then she's got her rattle.
Yep.
Okay.
I got all kinds of stones and stuff in it. Just regular pill bottle.
That's awesome.
My son did a dowel in it. I can take the top off, change out the stones. But mostly I can sit and I can shake it all I want.
Oh,
it didn't cost me anything. So
and better left unspoken, I found a Thunderbird, aka an osprey feather, outside a few weeks ago at the same time that I inherited the rattles. So that was definitely for you, Northwest. And you might look into maybe some modalities involving Northwest tribes. That could be something that you could look into for helping you with your speech. And you might have some guides there. And you're from Washington. I am too. Okay. My husband's native, but he's from Arkansas. So he's a different tribal affiliation, but he and his former partner did a lot of work with the Northwest tribes in this area. And there's a lot of different modalities that you can look into there to help you with speech. The main thing is to give it to the Great Spirit and not to try to control everyone and everything around you, because it's all up to spirit in the end. Okay. So trying not to control the situation is where you're stuck. All right. Give it to spirit. It's difficult, but you got it. Okay. All right. Your dad lives near Spokane. I'm in Colorado. Excellent. So yeah, definitely look into that. And I'm hoping that is very helpful for you. Okay. All right. And getting out in nature is very helpful too. Okay. All right. So yeah, lots of
for everything.
Yeah, and lots of people in the chat are contributing. So yeah, definitely look into some of those modalities. And I'm excited for you that your guides are working with you on this part of yourself. That's beautiful. Okay, so we have one tipper left. It is Adriana. Please let us know if you're here, Adriana. I'm going to go ahead and do your question. You're at 222, 222. All right. That's a sign in itself. It is. So you tip, so we're going to go ahead. Oh, you are. Yes. All right. Okay. So you're here. I'm going to go ahead and put your question up. Okay. I have been single my whole life. How can I find love? Okay. So I went to my Enchanted Love Tarot for you. Okay, Adriana. And they had some very interesting things to say to me. Right now it's a no. And it's because you are working on that beautiful and divine discernment. Okay, Adriana, because I got the 4 of Gems reversed. You attract possessive partners. Okay. Loss is possible now, even if you hold on to what you have, by the type of energy that you're attracting to yourself. The people that you tend to attract to yourself are very possessive. They try to recapture what's clearly gone. They have trouble letting go of things. Only a relationship that fosters your spiritual growth and reflects your true values should be retained and protected. And they're showing me that that was not the case in past relationships, and they're helping you work through some of those things. Yeah, if you have that, if you have something that's beautiful and spiritual and loving, then fight for it. But there are people in and around you that treat people like objects, and no one belongs to anyone else, even if they love each other. So that's something that you need to bring into your mindset when choosing a partner. Physical possessions cannot satisfy a longing for love. Save for a rainy day. Don't hoard. those who are cheap with their resources or cheap with their love. So there's like a possessive thing going on regarding the way that you attract certain types of personalities. That's not uncommon. There are people that see others as more of a possession and less as like another person. Okay, that's very common in a lot of relationships, especially as we're first starting them out. I got the Chariot reversed as your second card. So don't try so hard when you come into a relationship. This is kind of something that you can do to avoid this type of personality. You may be in a race you can't win, or focusing so single-mindedly on attaining true love that you're overlooking important facts, those red flags, and you can lose your way. Okay. They're saying poor planning and preparation can produce action or inaction that causes a lot of confusion in the relationship spheres. Resentment can threaten even the best of relationships. A lack of resources, insensitivity to your situation, that's going to block the results that you desire. Being timid in love is going to make you feel uneasy. If you're overly polite or too shy, build that bridge and get over it. Okay, because you're not there to be a doormat for somebody else. Okay, speak your mind. Come from your heart when you speak your mind, and true love can come to you. Otherwise, it's going to pass you by. Okay. If you feel like your love life is going nowhere, because that's what the Chariot reversed is, the level of health that you bring into a relationship is causing problems. Okay. There's some toxic elements there. That's why they're blocking you. You're a little unclear about how to address the physical, emotional, or mental relationship from a non kind of, how do I say this? A non possessive, how do I say this? Try not to compromise too much because you're suffering, if that makes any sense. Okay. It's just it's just going to exhaust you. Manipulation and competitiveness are blocking. What else? True love is not about winning or losing. That's another thing that you need to keep in mind. You could be confused by the motives or signals of other people as well. But they're showing me that there's also a little bit of, there's some fear. You fear of doing something that you regret as well, when you should be looking at their motives and looking for red flags. Don't move too quickly. That's what this means. Don't come on too strong. Don't try to jump right into these things, because what I notice about possessive people is they tend to be more narcissistic than not. And when you meet people like that, they want to possess you and what you have. They're not really interested in getting to know you and contributing to a relationship. Okay, I know that's kind of a hard read, but it's stuff that we're all dealing with and working through. Okay, so these are the things, the affirmations that you can bring forward to kind of help you through this kind of stuck energy that I'm seeing, that Chariot reversed energy. I got the goddess of protection. You need to protect your divine light. Okay, Adriana, I defend and protect myself and those I care for. Use this gift when you feel that your best interests and the best interests of those you care about are being threatened. Stand up for what you know is right. There is no reason that you and those you care about should suffer due to ignorance, poor decision-making, and malicious intent of anyone. Those who are wrong need to be shown their error. This is about standing up for yourself in your relationships, okay? Otherwise, you're just going to be another doormat, all right? Not uncommon for empaths and spiritual people, okay, Adriana? And then I got the goddess of balance. Once you do that, this is who you're becoming. This is who your guides want you to step into, okay? I am attractive because I feel good about myself and others. That beautiful, self-confident, I know what I want woman, okay? Use this gift when you are unhappy with your appearance. Everyone needs to use this affirmation several times a day. Even classically beautiful people obsess over what they see as their physical shortcomings. A thoughtful, kind person who is genuinely interested in others is truly attractive. A sense of humor is more important than good looks. Don't lead with your looks. Lead with that beautiful personality, okay? And do not allow the things that were said to you in the past cloud your vision of the beautiful soul that you are. Okay, Adriana, one of the first things that manipulative, controlling, or possessive people do is they try to find a handle. What this tells me is they go after your appearance. Don't let them do it. I didn't know I was pretty until I married my husband about 8 years ago. I thought I was just an ugly piece of crap because I was told that my whole life. I thought I was ugly and stupid and all of these horrible things. And it wasn't until I got a divorce and I started working on myself and I started really just saying no and protecting my boundaries that I look in the mirror now and I'm like, you beautiful woman, you do this today. Okay. You deserve that. Okay. Don't let anybody break you down in a relationship or try to possess you. And by the way, if they do, it's because you're beautiful and you're light and you have a lot to bring to the table. Okay. Goddess of balance. This is who you're becoming. I'm excited for you. All right, Adriana. So basically, not now, but if you do those things and become that goddess of balance, you're going to attract an amazing, loving relationship into your life. Okay, Adriana, I hope that was helpful. I know Shari has more for you, and I'm sending you lots of love. Come back and let us know how you're doing.
Hi, Adriana. I started out with the 9 of Swords because that's how you're feeling. Kind of beat up, let down. Nobody loves me. We've all sung that song before at some point. Remember, though, it's difficult to ask someone else to love you if you don't love you. So you have to start with yourself first in self-love. You have to be happy with who you are with just you. Once you attain that, then the right people will come right along. And you will be amazed at what it is Spirit can bring your way. And then Michelle's cards were talking about beauty, of feeling beautiful. The first card I pulled was Beauty Way. And so I was like, okay, that's linking up. And basically, it's talking about this is a path you travel and a daily practice as well. This is when you choose to perceive only beauty before you, behind you, and all around you as you journey through life. Find what's beautiful around you. It could be something that everybody else looks at and thinks ugly, but there's beauty in it somewhere. You just have to look for it, and you have to be willing to accept it. We're all beautiful. We may look in a mirror and think, I look like crap today. My hair is gross. My makeup doesn't work. I got a zit in the middle of my forehead, whatever. We all have those days. Some of us have those years or even decades where we feel that way. And it takes a while to come to the point that you're beautiful just the way you are. Because real beauty is inside, not outside. It is not until we accept that. My late husband used to always say to me, you're the most beautiful person I know. And when he first would say that to me, I would look at him and say, don't lie to me. I got a mirror. I know what I look like. There are a lot more pretty women out there. And he's like, yeah, no. He says, to me, you're the most beautiful person I know. And it took years for me to realize that he wasn't just looking at the outside. He was looking at the inside as well. And so that was how our relationship was based, was both of us looking at the other and finding the most pleasurable things about the other that we could, that made us fall in love with them. Then I pull for you Gaia, a resilient spirit. Stay rooted in trust and faith. Gaia will be the first one to tell you that you are just as beautiful as the next person. Beauty does not equate having a good relationship or finding true love. That happens when it happens. It happens when you're ready, and it happens when the other person is ready, and Spirit brings you together. Because you could be ready for years thinking it's time for me to find somebody, but the person Spirit has for you is not ready yet. They're not in that space. They still have work to do. Or it could be vice versa. There's somebody out there looking for someone. They're ready. They're ready for the commitment. They're ready to make those decisions. But you're not ready yet. So Spirit can't bring y'all together because it wouldn't work right now. You have to both be ready for what it is that you're seeking. And then I pull the Queen of Fire, confident, warm, graceful, loving, all the things that you would want in a good relationship is what the other one was Gaia, not this one, is what the Queen of Fire stands for. And I ended it up with your angel card. And I pulled 00. That's a rarity. It says, I am observant. It says, angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition and follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayers. Remember, because when we feel beautiful on the inside, we're going to project beauty on the outside. Real beauty has nothing to do with long or short hair, gray or brown hair, blue or green eyes. That's just trappings to stick on the mannequin. And anybody can change the way they look with makeup, with new haircut, with facelift, there's all kinds of way. But what it all comes down to is you got to feel it in here first so that you radiate that confidence of beauty and that you're desirable and you're wanted. And that's what will draw people in. But like Michelle was saying, you want to be careful. You don't want to continue to draw in those people who will mistreat you and cheat on you and abuse you. Nobody deserves that. Even the worst among us don't deserve that. We all deserve to be loved and accepted for who we are. Don't accept any less. And that's what I got for you.
Oh, thank you for joining us, Adriana. That was a lot, but we hope it was helpful, and come back and let us know how you're doing. Okay. We're sending you lots of love.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we have one more tipper, and it is Beck. And she wants to, may I ask, do you see coming between myself and Liam in regards to a relationship, please? X, and thank you in advance. You are so welcome, Beck. Okay. And questions we're not taking any more questions. Okay, guys, because we've been here for 2 hours and 37 minutes. Okay, that's quite a lot.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. No, it flies, right?
It does, because it really doesn't feel like we've been here that long.
It really doesn't. Not when you're having fun. So I'm excited to have you reading with me, Shari. This is a lot of fun.
No, I've been excited to come on. So, I've been looking forward to this for a month.
Oh, I have too. So I love just having someone around me that understands Louisiana stuff. So it's just really neat.
Now
all
all we
right,
got to do is find a date for you to come on my channel. And
there
we'll
you
do something.
go. Oh, that would be so much fun for sure.
Yeah.
So
We'll work on
Beck,
that after the show.
sounds good. So Beck, may I ask what you see coming between myself and Liam in regards to a relationship? Okay, so Beck, I actually pulled a few cards for you. I got a no, but. Okay, I got a no, but. All right. The no is because I got the victory card reversed. This is the 6 of Roses reversed from the Enchanted Love Tarot. You may not get what you think or need or want to have happen now. Okay. A setback will occur if you've been thinking only about your own needs, and contemplating past losses is going to help you prepare for those future challenges. Okay. So there's some stuff that you have to learn from the last relationships is what they're showing me. Okay, Beck. Someone may also be using flattery or manipulation to win your favor. So beware of phonies, especially charmers. Okay. You may feel so overly dependent on another that you cannot stand on your own 2 feet. So avoid that codependency. Some of us can fall into that. Do not allow this dependency to lead you to take action or actions that you would normally not take. So don't do anything impulsive. And this is based, they're saying, on old patterns of self-sabotaging behavior. So you've got some stuff to work through, my dear. Okay, that's going to avoid this relationship going. All right. Because I got that once you do that, you're going to attract someone like this. I got the Prince of Shells. This is the Prince of Cups upright. I have one of these. They're fantastic. Okay. They're like Don Juans when it comes to love. They're bold, they're romantic, they're sensual. They tend to have a more bohemian lifestyle. Mine's a yogi. Okay. They're attractive. They're a little more unrestricted in their romantic, the way that they come across romantically. Um, they're very charming. Okay. Um, they're saying that the person for you might be interested in investigating alternative healing or spiritual teachings in some way. My guy does this. He's a yoga student and teacher. So that's something that you might want to look into when it comes to choosing a mate. He's going to be part of an unusual group. He's going to attract invitations and new contacts from people that you've never really like met or conceived before. You're going to need to explore your sexuality carefully, okay, because he's going to bring some stuff to the table. Keep everything secret for those who are not ready to hear about your relationship, because this is what they're trying to attract to you, and it's really good. Okay, this is a very just a guy he's flirtatious, he's innocent, and he's kind of rejected a lot of the conventional notions of what other people have accepted. Okay. So that's who they're bringing to you. But I got the reverse victory for the person who's currently in your life right now, the Liam energy, because you haven't done enough transformation to make that work. Now, if you do the transformation, it's possible. But what I'm saying is you got some stuff coming your way. So I went to my art of affirmations to see like what I could give you specifically. Okay, Beck. I changed my life by transforming myself. You see the beautiful butterfly there? Just as an earthbound caterpillar transforms into a butterfly and flies away, we must use our time on earth to become ourselves fully and beautifully. The meaning of your life is to give your life meaning. You have to step into your true and authentic self in order to attract that person I just mentioned. Okay? Because you have some work to do from past relationships that needs to be transmuted. Okay. I am free of pain and suffering. I got the goddess of healing. So there's some healing that needs to happen in this area of your life. Use this gift to remember who you really are. Breathe slowly and deeply as you remember you are a soul moving onward and upward. You are not your name. You are not what you do. You are not your body. Visualize beautiful birds removing your pain and suffering with their golden beaks and flying away to drop them all in a vast ocean. We have a full moon tomorrow. One of the things my guys just said that you could do is write down every horrible thing that's ever happened to you from the very specific person that they're pointing out to me and burn it. And then make a list of how you're going to avoid all of those things in the future, because you don't deserve that. Okay. All right. Another thing they're having you do is I am positive that I have the power to transform my life. I got the goddess of transformation. Goes right with the butterfly card. Okay. Use this gift when you notice resistance either in yourself or others to the idea of your being able to use your divine affirmation card to help you change your life. Profound change usually comes in small increments over time. Keep a positive attitude that you will be able to undo years of negative affirmations in record time. We were talking about negative thoughts earlier. Okay, that exists in a lot of our heads. When I do my my shorts, I do like a Vedic reading try to do when I see a major planetary thing coming, I'll do a short. I will take a few takes. And if it takes 3 or 4 takes for me to do the video, I become very frustrated with myself because I didn't get it the first time. That's a voice from my past telling me that I'm stupid. I'm never good enough. I'm this, I'm that. I have to tell them to shut up and get out before I can move on. You need to do the same thing. They don't belong in there. They're not paying rent. They're just taking up space. Okay. One thing that you can do that I did to kind of get this out of my head was I would write something that I liked about myself on a Post-it, or something that I saw that kind of gave me encouragement for the day, and I put it on the mirror. So it's the first thing I see in the morning when I wake up. Okay. So that's something that I think you could do to kind of maybe assist you in bringing a more positive, higher vibe relationship, a charmer your way, a guy that's emotionally responsible, if you know what I mean. Okay. He takes responsibility for his emotions. He doesn't rely on you to play referee for him. Okay. So I hope that was helpful, Beck. Please come back and let us know how you're doing. Okay. Let's see. Thank you so much. Relationship has been up and down, really on a break, need clarity. remove contact with him, negative thoughts about myself, struggle with self-confidence. Just wrote positive affirmations all over my bathroom mirror. Yeah, that's what they told. They showed me a photo of you doing that. I didn't realize you had. That's great. I love that you're already doing that. So that's your guides literally standing in the mirror with you while you're doing that. Okay, that's the reason I said that, was because I had a movie in my head. If you listen to Shari at the beginning of the show, it's a gift that we have where it's like a movie in our head and we say it. So your guides were with you when you were doing that, and they're supporting you in that. And they're supporting you through the end of this relationship, and they're going to attract a really charming, emotionally mature guy your way. But you got to put yourself first and really rely on those affirmations. Okay, Beck? I'm sending you tons of love. I'm excited for what's coming for you. And yeah, really lean on those affirmations, because those are very helpful. And you might consider doing what's called the Ho'oponopono in the mirror as well.
No.
Okay.
No.
So I will go ahead and I'll give you the banner for that. The Ho'oponopono is a traditional Hawaiian mantra that, when said, can reflect upon oneself, incorporates compassion, redemption, repentance, and appreciation in 4 strong phases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you can do that in the mirror in addition to the affirmations that you put on there as well. I hope that was helpful. I know Shari has more for you. Are you done banishing spirits, Shari?
Yeah, that was the Kit Kat.
Oh.
The lizard's tank. We have a gecko, a miniature dragon.
Uh-huh.
That's like right here on the other side of my monitor, on the other side of the curtain. And she likes to get on top of the cage, and there's a split in the curtain right here, and then she leans in and she's like trying to grab at me while I'm sitting here. And then she wants to like leap down. It's like, no, you're gonna land on top of everything. Cameras and monitors will go flying. It's like, well, she hates the canned air. This is the best thing I ever found to deter her. I just take this and give a squirt. She's gone. I don't even have to squirt the can most of the time. All I have to do is pick it up, and she runs the other way.
Beck says, I thought she was saying no to what you were saying. That's so funny. Oh. No. If she had the spray, I just went, is that Florida water? I thought you were banishing a spirit. That's so funny. Well, that's also a sign, Beck, that like use those boundaries. Spray the people that are coming in and around you with that Florida water that are giving you problems. Not actually, but you know what I mean.
You know, that works.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Starting out with the 2 of air. So being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Okay, Spirit's putting this out in your face. Pay attention. You have to make a decision. It's not as bad as you think it is. And making the decision is not as bad as you think it will be. Because again, you have the option of which way do you want to go with this. And then I pulled the Divine Director. Trust the process. Create space for divine order to unfold. So that's what you're doing, is you need to make space and be aware of what it is that's around you. Spirit doesn't always say no out loud with a can of air. So, and then I pull the Queen of Swords. So that's somebody doing some heavy duty thinking there, working it out in her head so she can work it out in her heart so that she can work it out in her life. Be willing to take that little bit of time to just sit and think it through. And then I pulled the Luminous Warrior. And it says, the Luminous Warrior has no enemies in this world or the next. He is impeccable in word and deed. So, I mean, that's telling you right there, Spirit thinks of you as being impeccable in what you say and what you do and what you think. This card is to remind you to focus on your power, your wisdom, and your beauty, because you have all 3. You just have to remember what it is you need them for. As far as your decisions with Liam, I feel like what Spirit is saying, especially with this, is don't be seduced by what seems wrong with you and not with someone else. It's a two-way street. Both do things wrong, both do things right. So it's important to remember that none of us are perfect, but at the same time, don't accept treatment that you would not accept anyone else to treat you that way. And don't expect mistreatment to you when you're trying your best to treat the other person in a positive way and in a loving way. What you give out, you want back. So that's Spirit reminding you what they're trying to say is you are worthy of love. You are worthy to be cherished. You are worthy to be cared for. That doesn't mean treating you like a baby. You're still equals. But it means caring for the other person. You're there when they need you. They're there when you need them. Whether if it's for a shoulder to cry on, somebody to vent to, somebody to share good news with, it's a shared experience. And part of having a relationship is that we are together to witness to one another what is happening in our lives and what we see happening in theirs. And so that's our witness to what we have and what we're working towards. And you want to be sure that you receive the same treatment that you give to others because you're worth it. And that's what I got for you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Shari. And this is what I love about Shari's channel. She does something called mindful messages on her shorts, and it's the best and most healing advice. So everyone definitely click the links in her description, order a reading, and definitely check out those messages because they're so encouraging.
Today
Just
went a
love.
little long, so it won't be a short. It'll just be a short video.
There you go. Yeah, so they're getting
Because
longer,
I
more
don't ever,
content.
this one is a deck of cards I just picked up. I actually got them from Temu, believe it or not. I saw them, I thought, I wonder what those are about. So they were like $2. So I bought them. And it's just little, each card has a little message. But I don't ever look at the card until the day I'm going to do the short. And it's
Okay.
I pull it, I glance at it to make sure there are no big words that I'm going to mess up, make sure my tongue's going to wrap around all of them. And then I shoot the video.
Okay.
And so that it's something that's fresh right off the top of my head. I just let Spirit speak, and today's was more of a message to me, I think, in a lot of ways than it was for anyone else. And yeah, it went a little long.
Well, messages for us could also be messages for the
So,
collective, because we're all
yeah,
connected, and it seems like that's how
exactly.
your messages are. Yeah, because you're tapped in. So, all right. Well, you are so welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us, and please come back. Yeah, come back and let us know how you're
Absolutely.
doing.
Let us know
Definitely.
how it all works out.
For sure. Well, I went ahead and asked all of our lightning round people on all of the channels if they were still here, and they're not. Not a single person checked in. So I think we're done, Shari.
Okay.
All right. So do you have anything going
3
on this week?
hours. Wow.
Yeah, we were on for 3 hours, guys. So
That's a lot. Yeah. But
yeah,
that's okay.
yeah.
It was fun.
Oh my gosh, you were such a trooper. So everyone, please thank Shari by liking and subscribing to her channel.
Thank you. Thank you.
All of her links are in the description. You can order a reading from her. And we are yeah, so next week, who do I have on? Let me think. Oh, I have Gerald on. Yay.
Oh,
Cowbell.
That'll
So I
be
have
fun.
it will, and then I have Ginger on. We're gonna have Deanne on. We've got a lot of like fun people coming on the show. So, and
Good
I'm
deal.
excited to have you on again as well, Sherry. You're amazing.
Absolutely. Well, I got
So,
Golden Girls tomorrow night, so
Golden Girls Coffee Klatch,
that's
and what
I'm
time is that?
Blanche. So
Yes, you're
the
Blanche.
minute we decided to do it, I said, I'm Blanche. And somebody else was like, why? And I said, because I'm Southern. It's a given. And so they all laughed. And then I've got Terry Renner from Holding Your Space
Hmm.
coming on Friday. And Saturday, I've got Kelly, the Mystic Next Door. She's coming on. And I'm doing something called Scavenger Hunt with Hershey.
Ooh,
Earlier that day,
fun.
I have no idea
You
what
got
I
to
got
watch the
myself
past
into.
videos. Oh,
I'm
it's
telling you,
intense.
because she's pitting me against Allie. And I'm like, okay, I've already lost.
Well, okay.
And I don't
So,
know what I'm doing.
what time is that? I might be able to help you in the audience.
Noon
Noon.
Central. So
Okay. Okay. So
that
if
would
I'm
be what,
yeah, if I'm
10 your time. Yeah.
if I'm not on a call, I'll go ahead and I'll try to help you out. So I tried
And
helping Gerald
then
out with the last one.
Sunday is my second new show that I've created for the new year. I just had the first one on Monday, um, which was Draining the Swamp with Mel Dore and Arthur from Ease Your Mind. And we're going to meet every second and fourth Monday of the month.
Hmm.
And that's at 7:30 Central in the evening. And then Sunday will be, this is the baby that I've had that I've been wanting to birth for a while. And everything finally lined up to get it done. And it's called Mastering Mental Wellness.
Ooh,
And
that's
I have
great for
co-host,
America.
yeah, I have co-host Isaac, who's a professional counselor. That's what he does for a living. And we met a couple of years ago through the Soul Sisters on their channel. And just something clicked. We just hit it off. And so we're going to do that, just spend an afternoon of helping people with normal everyday stressors and anxiety problems and give them some helpful tips and things they can do. It'll be once a month. And so probably about a week before the show, I can put up, we're putting together like worksheets and stuff that people can download, and then they can kind of go through it and fill it out. And then when we do show night, it's right there what they've already worked through to kind of help guide along the conversation, and then be able to offer options if it's somebody that needs serious help, more than just 5 minutes online,
Yeah,
and try to point them in the right direction for whatever it is that they're looking for. So
that's great. Yeah, I've
I'm
done that on
really
my channel.
excited.
It's very helpful, especially when you get someone who's on and it's like, you clearly have some stuff that you need to work with, and here's a professional I can refer you to that I've checked out. So
Exactly.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
So we all need that for sure. Like I went to a Reiki healer and energy worker before I went to my counselor. So, it's sometimes we're the step that
Yeah.
the other teams need to get people back on track. So
Well,
Warrior
Isaac
Girl,
is a really strong empath, and he's a very, very strong intuitive. He doesn't have
that's
a channel or
wonderful.
anything, though. He just hops on with the people he knows when they invite him. And but he is a professional counselor, so that's what he does.
That's great.
My concentration was in behavioral sciences in college, so I figured, okay, this ought to, hopefully this works. And it's become successful. So I'm excited about it.
Oh,
That's Sunday afternoon.
fabulous. So everyone go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification on Sherry's
And
channel.
you'll
All of
know
her
when
links
it's
are in the
dropping.
description.
Yep.
She's got a lot of stuff going on. And Warrior Girl, don't worry, I pulled 2 cards for you really quick, okay? Because you said that
Oh,
you came in from Sherry's channel. This is just for lightning round, no big. I got the butterfly. Allow yourself to leave the past behind, what is no longer necessary, so you can truly be the person you've worked hard to become. You're going through a period of transformation. Then I got the lovers. You see that butterfly right there, more transformation. She's got a butterfly in her crown, more transformation. Also look up butterflies on Google. They're pointing those out to me. Okay. With love, all things are possible, for love replaces your confusing doubts and weakening fears with faith in yourself and others. So you've been through some stuff, you're going through some transformation, but it's all for your benefit. Okay. So
and number 12, I am a visionary. It says creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is rich and you're able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. Put that deck of cards I sent you to work.
Awesome.
I had an
Awesome.
oracle deck that I had gotten. It just didn't click for me. Just wasn't resonating. And we were both in somebody's chat. I don't remember which one, a couple of weeks ago. And I mentioned the deck, and she was like, I've been wanting to get that deck for so long. I said, well, send me your address. It's yours.
Oh,
And so I
Shari.
put it to her. And so she's really happy about that. And she's going to send me some fingernail polish in return because I like to do my nails.
Ooh, me too. Looked good on camera. That's great. All
That's
right.
it. Well, they're naked nails right now because I took the gel off of them the other day, and then I'll give them about a week to breathe, and then I'll put the gel back on because I do my own nails myself. I don't go to anybody.
Yeah, I do
And,
them too. They're fun. It's like
I love
therapy
it. I love
for me.
playing with
It's
them.
like, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the girly things I like to do.
Oh, and so Mickey
From
says,
from
see if you can
a
find butterfly.
diehard tomboy, no less.
Oh yeah, I didn't learn how to do makeup and stuff until I went to college, and it was like, thank God for other women. So Warrior Girl, this is a new affirmation deck that you might want to look into. Purchase responsibly.
There you
Uh,
go.
But yeah, so I just want to thank you so much, Shari, for joining me today. You have been absolutely an incredible reader, and
Thank
I
you
hope
for
my
inviting
audience
me.
just all subscribes to you. Everybody subscribe to Shari. She is
Everybody, and then
fun.
subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Michelle. Everybody that was on my channel, you got to go over and subscribe to her as well. You'll learn all kinds of stuff about astrology. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
picking things up left and right. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, and you'll get a lot of healing from Shari. So we're sending you all lots of love, and come back next week. Subscribe to our channels, find out all the exciting, wonderful things we're doing, and take care, everyone. Thanks for sticking
Lots of
around.
things happening. Bye, y'all.